Are we back? Are we back? I don't know if we're back. Yeah, Pfizer found out. Will they stand their ground? Will they let you down? Actually, I had to let go of my friend. I have to call him back. Oh my god, this is so annoying. I don't know what the fuck that was. Like, I am so off kilter now. That sucks. Like, I haven't been able to focus for like an hour and a half. Okay. Give me a second to get this set back up, everybody. I'm sorry that it's this way right now. Let me get this shit together here. I don't know what happened. That was just the worst fucking thing ever. I'm so mad. Like it sucks because it puts you in this space. And I'm just mad now. I'm just like angry at technology. Look at me. Look at my face. Can you see how mad I am? It's been happening all day. Well, it doesn't even make sense. Oh my god. Mad boy summer. Okay, let me get Offbeat back up here. Just so no intro today, everybody. It's just troubleshooting. Mad boy winner. Okay. Let me see. Let me get Offbeat back on here. I'm gonna have to call him and let me send him a new Zoom link here. Oh my god, how's everyone doing? Bonnie, thank you so much. So we have decided together that Bonnie is going to stick around as mod in case Reina is out or whatever. So Bonnie will just be hanging out, doing Bonnie things. But she's also a mod. So thank you. Thank you, Bonnie. I really do appreciate that. Okay. By the way, everybody, I wanted it to be way cooler, and I was like really rushing around to try to get this done, but it didn't work out. But we do have this. So everybody, I was hoping it'd be a beggar. I volunteered to talk less shit today. No, everyone feel free to talk shit. I just, let's see if this works. Is it going to work?
Brought to you by Pfizer. Fuck you. Pay me.
It works! Yes, it works. Yay, it works. All right, well, that's the only thing that works today. Can I do it again? Still funny. I agree. Let me try it again. See if it works. I don't think I'll be able to do it again. Someone else do it. Go Pfizer. I got a 30-second cooldown. I don't know why I didn't make it not for me. Oh shit! I gotta call Offbeat. Thank you for that host, mighty. Oh, let me get out of the way. I want to see the whole thing if it happens. I hope it happens.
Brought to you by Pfizer. Fuck you. Pay me.
Everybody, we got a new sponsor for the show. Pfizer is going to be sponsoring the show, so we will not be talking any horrible things. Thank you, Cartagena, for that host. Let me call Offbeat and get him back on the line. Oh, shit. I should probably email him a thing first. He's probably like, what the fuck? All right, give me a second. Oh, I love that Pfizer. They are just full of wonderful things, aren't they? They are just full of wonderful surprises. Shit, how do I do this? I'll just get a new meeting. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I did. I mostly, I don't even remember what I did. I mostly listened to Reina play her ukulele. Oh, you gotta have a space in between, bud. 8 minutes, yo. Oh, man. I heard from a friend's brother's cousin who knows a guy that got swollen balls after Pfizer vaccine. Yo, swollen balls, son. No, there's some really interesting things that we're going to go over today that's been coming out in the last week.
Brought to you by Pfizer. Fuck you. Pay me.
That's still funny. All right, hold on. Let me get Offbeat online and we'll just jump into this shit, man. We'll just jump right into this. Oh, Offbeat's like, dude. Let me get this. Zoom. Paste. Go. All right. I'm calling his ass. He's one of those old school cats. Yes, it's Britney's free. I know I was gonna do something on it, but hey, I sent you a new Zoom link. Shit took a big old dumpers on me. So jump in that new Zoom link and then we'll get on it.
All right, cool.
Sweet.
Let's see. It hasn't come through yet.
God damn it. All right. Well, I guess just give it a second.
All right. As soon as I get it, I'm there.
All right. Well, I'll just see you in a second. If it doesn't come through, give me a call back.
No, I will for sure.
All right. Technology. All right. Let me. I didn't even brush my teeth. I feel so gross. I don't have time for anything. Sorry, guys. I usually like to brush my teeth, but thank you for lurking, Saucy. Enjoy. Yeah, I'm nasty. I'm so nasty. I'm so nasty. All right. As soon as Offbeat gets in here, we'll try to have some semblance of a show here. Okay. So I coughed so hard last week from smoking that I fucking pulled a muscle in my rib. So now I have a rib muscle thing. What's up, dude? I see you. I got you. So now I'm all fucked up and every time I cough it hurts. If I laugh it hurts. If I move around it hurts. And this is the sign of aging, folks. All right, guys. Well, since everything went to shit. Hold on. Let me just get my life back. Gotta get my life back. Oh, I got this. I added this as well. Watch out. Hold on.
His hair, whack. His gear, whack. His jewelry, whack. His foot stance, whack. The way that he talks, whack. The way that he doesn't even like to smile, whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck.
There you go. That's new for everybody. All right. Here we go. Everybody, put your hands together for today's guest, MC. Oh, fuck, where's the thing? Sorry, guys. Everything sucks today. Come on. MC Offbeat! There he is.
What up?
Hey. Shit,
What's
man.
happening?
Oh my God, that was such a shit show. I don't know what just happened, man. That was
I can't even see you. Where are you at?
Oh shit. Okay, my bad. Hold on. Let me get you. This is how crazy everything is today. There we go. Yay! There I am. Offbeat, how you doing, buddy?
What's up?
It's been a while. How you been? What you been up to?
I'm good, man. Just same old thing down here in San Diego.
Just living that San Diego life, huh?
Slinging that weed.
Hey, that's right, baby. And for those that don't know, Offbeat is a cannabis connoisseur. He is a connoisseur. He's a legal drug dealer, and my friend. We almost lost We Speak English Good in the battle. Yeah, we did. It was tough. I was getting a little flustered. I don't know what happened, but like all of a sudden the technology decided to just eat a dick. So, you
I
know,
know, I heard it.
we
It
had to,
sounded like some video game going on or
yeah,
something.
it was, I don't know how that even happened. It's like war zones going on. Anyways, this is this is gonna be a fun episode, and you know, I told everybody in the Discord what this is gonna be, and you guys have been here before, and you guys know how this goes. Usually, it's just we're gonna be talking about some political shit. We're gonna be stepping away from the music stuff, and MC Offbeat here used to be the co-host of this show. We are
Yes,
friends,
sir.
and we disagree on a few things, and but we're still friends, and that's the important thing here. That you know, I always try to stress this on the show is that you know, you can disagree with people and still be friends with them. It's like
Definitely.
it's like, you know, it's funny, like when I see you and Skanks, who Skanky is the lead singer of my reggae band, or and you guys will be going back and forth on shit, and then at the end, it's like, hey, I'm gonna be down in San Diego on Saturday, and you're like, I'll see you there. Let's get a drink. Okay, cool. But it's like, whatever, bro. You don't know. Biden this, Trump that. You guys are going back and forth. It's very funny. I really enjoyed seeing
Dude,
you guys.
I actually had someone tell me the other day that's friends with me. They can't wait for one of those posts. They love reading our back and forth.
But dude, it's so fun. It's just. I really don't have the time to do it but like I was in the pandemic, because there was like times there where I was just going back and forth all the time and like just and now that things are sort of picking up, I can't. So what I like to do now is I'll drop like a, you know, a truth bomb or whatever people want to call it, and then just I just leave, and I'll respond maybe to some people. But then what's interesting now is that when you drop it, you don't even have to say anything, and people in the comments just start arguing with each other. It's like, well, you clearly don't know shit, you piece of shit.
It is a good thing.
So,
It's
but
fun.
well, I do think it's a good thing. I think discourse is a good thing, and you know, as much as people think that Facebook is a toxic shithole, I mean, it's still a place where people can kind of go and explore ideas and maybe get different ideas on a topic. You know, even though it's skewed as fuck, you know, but it's still there are
Well,
conversations
it's also
going.
good. Got to be able to hear like the different sides and like where people are coming from, or like and it's funny too, because when me and Skanks have uh, our little back and forth, I totally know where he's getting his news from. Like I totally know, and it's just crazy because it's like he like says that their same headline, you know,
Yeah,
or whatever of his news source for the day.
yeah, no,
Um,
Brought
absolutely.
to you by Pfizer. Fuck you.
I
Pay
love
me.
that. I love that beginning. That was beautiful.
Well, I mean, it's insane how many things are. What's up, Moving Dutchman? Welcome in, buddy. It's interesting how much you know, how much of the news is controlled by this company, and you know, like, and I was playing that thing at the beginning because I think that's a great way to start this whole conversation, is because, you know, everybody's putting all their faith in this vaccine, and you know, again, before we even get started, everybody, don't listen to me, don't listen to fucking Offbeat, don't listen to fucking Joe Rogan. Talk to your doctor about the vaccine before, you know, just be safe, because there are adverse effects, and as much as they're underreported, you know, that there might be an adverse effect that affects you in the wrong way. So talk to your doctor, talk to somebody who has your medical history at hand. Don't listen to assholes like me or Offbeat. We have our own opinions, obviously, but it's just it's best to play it safe and talk to your doctor. With that
And we know
said,
most just about us.
like swollen balls. Yes, indeed. Like swollen balls. Like Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's husband or whatever.
Ah,
I thought that was
hey,
amazing.
hey, I'm after watching that video last night that you asked me to watch of shit. That might be some true shit.
That's the whole thing, man. Like, and we're gonna start with that. So since we have the vaccine, since we have Pfizer sponsoring our stream now, I figure we might as well start there. So, some interesting things happening. The British. I lost all my things, so I have to pull it back up. And so, what we ended up finding out in this last week is that there was a researcher whistleblower, and the British Medical Journal, which is a British medical journal, they ended up publishing some revelations. So here's some. Here, I'll actually pull it up. And my Stream Deck actually took a dick on me, so I have to do everything manually. So I'm sorry, everybody, if it takes me longer to.
Yo, was that your indigenous America's Mexico? 38%? Is that your
No, no, girl point. No, Pfizer is not sponsoring this stream. Fuck Pfizer. But here, this is for you. Just for fun, everybody. Just because this is so.
Brought to you by Pfizer. Fuck you. Pay me.
I just think that's hilarious. That's
good shit.
Anyways, so.
Shit, they might pay you.
maybe pay me to shut the fuck up.
Dude, fucking Pfizer's awesome.
Yeah. My next stream, I'll be like, Pfizer is amazing. I love Pfizer. Everyone, go get the injection.
Brought to you by Pfizer. Fuck you. Pay me.
Saucy chicken nugget.
Okay, I am going to turn off the alerts for now, guys, just because I do want to get into this and talk about this. So I saw this really interesting thing come up on Jimmy Dore. And if anybody doesn't know who Jimmy Dore is, he is a stand-up comedian. Oh, God damn it, no. He is a stand-up comedian who is also a political commentator on conspiracy theory.
Everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Pfizer is now sponsoring the stream, so we'll be. Actually, Pfizer is amazing. Hold on, where did I put this damn thing? Hold on, guys. I had to start everything over, so just give me 1 second, everyone, while I figure out where the hell all my videos are. Where's my just watched? I just had some watch. So the name of this article is actually COVID-19 researcher blows the whistle on data integrity issues in Pfizer vaccine trials. So I'm going to let me do this and then I'll pull up the other shit too. I like the Jimmy Dore thing, but we can actually go through it ourselves and sort of look through it. Okay. I'm so sorry, everyone. Just give me a second. Let me see if this works. Oh, it worked. Yes. My Stream Deck works now. So Here we go. So here's the article itself. And so revelations of poor practices at a contract research company helping to carry out Pfizer's pivotal COVID-19 vaccine trial raise questions about data integrity and regulatory oversight. So Pfizer had hired a third-party research company, which is named Ventavia, favorite animal. Saucy wants to know what your favorite animal is. Offbeat.
Snow leopard.
Leopard! Hey, that illegal leopard.
The snow leopard.
The snow leopard. Hey, I like it. There you go. Saucy's is cheetah, so, cats. You guys like cats. In autumn 2020, Pfizer's chairman and chief executive Albert Bourla released an open letter to billions of people around the world who were investing their hopes in a safe and effective COVID-19 vaccine to end the pandemic. As I've said before, we are operating at the speed of science, explaining to the public when they could expect the Pfizer vaccine to be authorized in the United States. Again, I just want everybody to know I'm not an anti-vaxxer at all. I told my mom, I encouraged my mother to go get vaccinated. She just got a booster shot. I encouraged it. She's at risk, so I'm not saying don't get the fucking shot, everybody. I'm not anti-shot. I'm not at all.
In a roundabout way.
Well, I'm not anti-shot. I'm just
kidding.
Well, no. What I don't like is that they are clearly and obviously they are censoring information. They are obviously holding back information, especially when it comes to adverse effects. They're holding back information. Like, people aren't allowed to talk about certain things. So it's very obvious to me. And you can go on the idea that they're trying to prevent hesitancy, right? Because they want everyone to be vaccinated. But what's interesting and what I'm finding more and more is that you're finding more and more experts, quote unquote, saying that we're all anti-bullshit. Yes, thank you, Girl 2.0. Very well said. I am not anti-vaccine. I am not anti-vax. I have vaccinations, like I've been vaccinated with other things. I've done, like I got my shots when I was a baby. I got my shots when I was a teenager. I'm not against it. I got my son vaccinated when he was born, like I'm not against it, but I am anti-bullshit. And when you have something that is rushed through an emergency use and all of a sudden all these adverse effects are getting buried in the news you go through I know TikTok, I know these aren't great sources, but you see so many people, Reddit pages full of people with adverse effects. I'm not saying that we should just stop taking the vaccine. I'm saying this shit should be public knowledge.
Well, I mean, like when you even have doctors and nurses that won't even take it.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, that should raise some red flags right there.
Exactly. And like as of last year, these people were considered hero frontline workers, and now they're considered fucking pieces of shit. And they're like, you got Gene Simmons from KISS telling people that, like, if you're walking around unvaccinated, then you are the enemy, and fuck Gene Simmons from KISS. But still, it's like there's this huge divide that has been created from the top down to really put a pause on the conversation and to really try to affect people's decisions based on public opinion. You know what I mean? They want you to feel bad if you don't get the shot, or if you say anything bad about the shot, socially you will be outcasted socially. So they're trying their hardest.
Well, and I'm bringing it here already, but that's the trend of the left, bro.
And that's what's interesting is that the left has had this trend of sort of when you think
you gotta really think of like where the vaccine started. Okay, it started under Trump, right? So basically it's Trump's vaccine, and they didn't want to take it at all. And now they're all of a sudden they buy stock up and they're pushing it like it's no other.
Yeah, and that's what's interesting, right? Is like you see all those videos of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris all saying, would you take the vaccine? Would you take it? And they're like, no. And Joe Biden's like, would you take it? They rushed it through. Would you take? I mean, there's videos of them saying it over and over again.
There wouldn't be mandates. There wouldn't be mask mandates. They wouldn't mandate the vaccine. He wouldn't do any of that shit.
And the fucked up thing is, I feel like under Trump, that this wouldn't happen.
Well, there wouldn't have been a mandate.
Right. I really do believe that. And not that I'm look, and how much I fucking hate Trump,
I do.
But there's but there is a horrible reality to this, is that the man did have he did respect, the freedom of the American people. And that was one of the things that he was very clear on. And you could just, that this is not how it's going to be. And even, by the way, he speaks out against these things, so like, it's interesting. Yeah. But the rest of the world would have had to made the vaccine with or without America. Yes. Right. But not mandated.
No, it didn't make the vaccine was going to happen no matter what.
Right. The vaccine was coming. And again, I'm not anti-vaccine. I'm not saying don't get the vaccine. No. But it's...
Dude, my mom's vaccinated.
Yeah.
A bunch of family members.
It's nothing wrong with getting vaccinated. What I am trying to say is that there is a clearly they are covering things up. Clearly they are not giving us all the full picture of things.
This report right here is very troubling, because what comes to my mind is, why are they hiring a third party to take care of this vaccine trial?
Right.
and obviously, and after I watching this video, and they kind of, I guess it kind of put this idea in my head too, though, is that it's to push off any liability,
Right.
right? I mean, in this report right here, as we go through it, you'll find that they weren't storing the vaccine correctly.
Right.
They were targeting employees that were actually reporting these violations.
Right.
The
one
violations were supposed to be taken care of within 24 hours. There was many of them were taken care of for 3 to 4 days. The scientists were overwhelmed
Yes.
with too many problems
Right.
with the vaccine. I mean, super concerning.
It is. It's very
with
concerning.
the whole thing.
So so the whistleblower, her name is Jackson, something Jackson. I can't see her name, but her name is Jackson. And so in her September 25th email to the FDA, Jackson wrote that Ventavia had enrolled more than 1,000 participants at 3 sites. The full trial enrolled around 44,000 participants across 153 sites, including numerous commercial companies and academic centers. She then listed a dozen concerns she had witnessed, including participants placed in a hallway after injection and not being monitored by clinical staff, lack of timely follow-up of patients who experience adverse events, protocol deviations not being reported, vaccines not being stored proper temperatures, mislabeled laboratory specimens, and targeting of Ventavia staff for reporting these types of problems. Within hours, Jackson received an email from the FDA thanking her for her concerns and notifying that the FDA could not comment on any investigation that might result. A few days later, Jackson received a call from an FDA inspector to discuss her report, but was told that no further information could be provided. She heard nothing further in relation to the report. In Pfizer briefing documents submitted to the FDA Advisory Committee meeting held on December 10, 2020, to discuss Pfizer's application for emergency use authorization of its COVID-19 vaccine, the company made no mention of problems at the Ventavia site. The next day, the FDA issued the authorization of the vaccine. So, and also,
they've since fired her.
Right, they fired her like within a week or something of the FDA.
Yeah.
So, there's more in here.
And then they hired Ventavia to do the clinical trials for the vaccines for the 5 to 11-year-olds or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like unbelievable.
Right.
Like, wow.
Right. And so now we're supposed to, sponsored by Trump. Fuck you, pay me. Yeah. But right. And so now now we're supposed to inject our children, who, by the way, more children
are not at risk at all.
More children died of drowning last year than of COVID. I think it was, 300 children, which is terrible. It's awful. It's fucking terrible that children died. They did have most of them had high comorbidity rates, as well as most of the people who are dying from COVID right now usually have comorbidity and, pre-existing conditions. So those are things that aren't being talked about that I think are pretty important to this whole
I think more people
decision.
still died of the flu also.
Really? I thought the flu didn't do anything last year.
No, I'm pretty sure they just kept that under wraps. We might want to look that one up.
Okay, we'll see. Flu deaths.
But I do spite off a lot of truth on this show.
Which one?
This show.
Oh, this one? Oh, hey, what's up? This is the truthiest show you're ever gonna see.
But I'm saying we tell you the truth even when the media doesn't know.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like it's so hard to find out what is truth and what isn't, and so it's like, the sad thing is that this report could be fucked. This report could be false. And so that's what's really concerning about me.
It says the flu has disappeared for more than a year.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So I'm not sure if there's any real thing. So I don't know about that statement there, Offbeat. If the flu killed more people. So here's some other accounts. In recent months, Jackson has reconnected with several former Ventavia employees who had all left or were fired from the company. One of them was one of the officials who had taken part in the late September meeting. In a text message sent in June, the former official apologized, saying everything that you complained about was spot on. Ooh. Two former Ventavia employees spoke to the British Medical Journal anonymously for fear of reprisal and loss of job prospects in the tightly knit research community. Both confirmed broad aspects of Jackson's complaint. One said that she had worked on over 4 dozen clinical trials in her career, including many large trials, but had never experienced such a helter-skelter work environment as the Ventavia on Pfizer's trial. Now, I don't know. Does this seem like a place that you would want your trials to be done?
It's what's crazy is that this even happens. Like, there's nobody overseeing these places? Like, we don't have, I mean, you would think like it being pushed by the government, that the government or somebody from the government, since we trust the government so much, that they would be overseeing all of this. Or why is it even allowed to go to this third party? Like, the third party didn't create this vaccine. The Pfizer should be the one doing the clinical trials. Pfizer should be the one taking care of it, right? Because they're the ones doing it. I mean, they even went to, I think the report also states that they went to, there was 153 sites, and they only investigated 3, and
9.
none of them were the Ventavia sites.
Yeah, 9 of the trials of 100 inspected sites were not listed among. 9 of the trials, 153 sites were inspected. Ventavia's sites were not listed among the 9.
The injection sites. It's the injection sites, like where they were giving the shots.
Yeah. See,
they only went out and like inspected a few of them or something like that. I think that's what I remember on the report, on the Jimmy Dore report.
I don't think anybody is saying that other deaths didn't happen. It's just that there was no new disease that hadn't been seen before and was contributing to higher rates of deaths and sickness. Follow the money. If Bonnie,
Pfizer.
Yeah, follow the money. If they approve it, then Pfizer gets paid. Yeah, people would trust Pfizer less if they hadn't used a third party. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, there is a thing I guess you could look at.
You can't sue Pfizer now, right?
Well, you can't sue Pfizer regardless, even if there is, because they're all the companies have a non-accountability thing about it. So
because once it's through the trials and then it's approved by the FDA, then they're clean.
The whole thing throughout the whole whether the FDA approved of it or not, no matter what, they will not be held accountable for anything that happens due to this vaccine.
So they can sell snake oil.
They could sell us whatever they want, and if it kills us, if it maims us, if it sterilizes, if it makes our balls too big, it doesn't matter. We don't get any say. We don't have any fight back.
Get married.
People would trust. Yeah. I don't know. I guess you're right. I could see your point there.
Definitely.
I could see your point, because it's like, why would we trust Pfizer to do research on their own medications that they have the potential to make billions of dollars, which they have. They have, what was it, like 40 to 50 billion this year?
Pfizer's not paying Ventana or whatever. Could be paying them right on the back end.
Usually the FDA.
I mean, it sounds like that's what they're doing anyway, to get all these trials passed and for them to target. Why wouldn't the third party? Their job, if the third party's job is to find these adverse effects that would happen to you, that's the job, so that they can get the vaccine right. Mm-hmm. Somebody had to been paying them. Right. To push all this shit through, to make sure that it got through, so that they would make money, because no matter what, that third party's going to make the same amount of money. Mm-hmm. They don't have any skin. They shouldn't have any skin in the game, whether it gets past them or not.
Right. But they
should still make the same amount of money.
Yeah,
So
it's a
somebody had to been paying them more money to push it through.
right, because I mean, like even the FDA had nothing to say to this whistleblower. Like they're just like, yeah, we're not going to continue anymore our research. Yeah, everybody's being paid off, man, and it's so fucking obvious, and that's why I chose to play that video at the top of the show, is because look how deep that Pfizer has their hands in media. Look how deep they have it in our government. Like the FDA
Bro,
is just passing this stuff. Like,
it is
whatever.
insane. There should that just takes it all back to like lobbyists and all that
Exactly.
bullshit. I
It's
mean,
like having
it's
money in
just
politics is the death of
it's
politics.
insane, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, and it goes, and that's why I don't know. I don't know exactly who said it, but I know you know what I'm talking about when they say like politicians should be like NASCAR drivers, right? You wear all your patches on your. They have to all wear
Yes.
blazers and wear everybody who's donated to them. They got to wear like a patch.
Yes.
And the more they donate, the bigger the patch.
I absolutely agree. I think that would be great. Money makes the world go round. I agree. But what's fucked up is that money is being placed over human life, and like we had a lot of that. A lot of people were saying that is like human life over money, and it's not that. It is not that at all. It's they don't care as long as
you
they're
would think
getting
that
their products out. It don't matter who
you
dies
would
or
think with
lives.
this virus, it'd be easy to push by the social health care.
What happened to that?
Why are you pushing through a vaccine to make that's going to cost the American where it's free, right? Taxpayers are paying for it.
Yeah.
Why not just give everybody health care? It would have cost it would have probably been fucking cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a healthy public, then they should have just gave us health care. They could have given.
This would have been the perfect time to push it through for anybody. Like, I mean, we're going to spend $80 billion to fucking make this vaccine, or we can give you all health care.
Well, I mean, why can't we have both? And look, I know that we're
I'm
not.
just saying, you know what I mean?
No,
the
I
vaccine
agree.
could have been. It wouldn't. At least people would have got health care, and the vaccine would have had a little bit more time. They would have left it in there because it would have been free to us anyway.
Right, but I don't think and part of the reason why things are being pushed so fast is, I mean, the public does want to get back to normal. Here's the thing. I mean, people do want to. People are they're so.
To me, that's some bullshit. That's some sheepish. That's some sheepish stuff right there. People want to be back to normal. I've been normal this whole time. I haven't. I was an essential employee. I didn't get off work. I didn't get to stay home for 2 weeks. I didn't get none of that shit.
Yeah.
I had to go out and do my job.
He had to go out and sell drugs like everybody else.
People were still calling me to do shit. I didn't get to sit on my ass. So I mean, I didn't stop going to the liquor store to get McDonald's. I didn't stop going out to eat. I didn't stop doing any of that. So I mean, it's like, I get it. Like it hit some people's lives hard.
It's essential.
But it didn't hit everybody. So talking about getting back to normal, the sick people, sorry to say it, minority. They are not the masses. Why are we giving in to this small group of people?
Well, because that's who we've targeted. That's who the mainstream media has decided to blow up and.
Dude, I mean,
make
fuck.
to
If
the
you're
forefront.
healthy, they're like, fuck you.
Yeah,
is what they're saying.
That's.
And I mean, I know more healthy people than I do sick people.
Hmm.
My niece has gotten COVID twice for like a couple days.
Right.
No. I know some girl, this other girl, my friend, one of my buddy's girlfriends, she's had it 3 times. Jesus. I'm like, how the fuck do you get it 3 times?
Yeah.
She's vaccinated.
Vaccinated, antibodies.
But here's the other thing is that, and I said it the other day, and I was having like one of those go back and forth on Facebook, that I was like, man, I know more vaccinated people getting COVID than I do people just getting it for the first time.
Right.
And someone came back to me, well, you don't know that. I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're right. That's just in my personal life.
Right.
I know more people that have gotten vaccinated, but coming to find out, I'm hearing it more and more from different people. Yeah. Like, I'm not hearing it just from me and my circle. I'm hearing it on TV from people that are like commentators, obviously I think opinions, but I'm hearing it from other people, like my friends that have know people that are vaccinated
Well, I think
that are still getting COVID.
the
But there's
biggest well, the biggest clue I think, and you know, one of the only real researches is the research that's coming out of Israel, and where they have 80% vaccinated, but yet the COVID was running through them rampantly, and then come to find out of that research is that, you know, they found that the antibodies, your natural antibodies that occur after getting COVID, is 6 to 13 times more powerful than powerful. Is more effective
we always got to think that.
at
Come on, I
blocking.
mean, like,
I'm
who
blocking
wouldn't think
the
that? Who wouldn't
transmission.
think that your body, the human body, is the most incredible thing. We don't know everything about it. I mean, people push their bodies to limits. Why would we think that we could synthesize something for our bodies that's better than what our bodies
Because
can
we do it all
for
the time. We do it all the time. I mean, that's how we got past smallpox. That's how, I mean, let's not talk about the smallpox vaccine, but
Yeah, I mean,
but we've gotten
yeah.
past all these different diseases. The thing is that they have
That's true.
redefined.
I mean, I get it,
but
yeah.
but here's the thing: those were vaccines that were tested for years and years and years and years before it was implemented onto a large group of people. This is a very emergency push through vaccine that they're obviously hiding fucking, you know, adverse effects on. They're hiding research shit. It's right here. They're whistleblowers. There's more whistleblowers, like Project Veritas. They're talking to whistleblowers from Pfizer too about this stuff. It's all coming.
Hey.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah,
I do want to say though that I don't want to downplay any of the deaths that's happened to anybody, because I've lost family and you know, so like I'm not downplaying, and the number is staggering of people who died.
yes.
So I don't want anyone to think that me and Offbeat are stone cold, you know, and not thinking about people. And here's the thing, we do got to think about. Fuck you, baby. Thank you, movie Dutchman. Because Hasidic Jews don't support the vaccine, so the community within Israel probably kept getting sick. Yeah, but if 80% of the population was vaccinated, then
right?
Right, we want to get 80%. And here's another thing that everybody, you know, that nobody wants to talk about is that more and more researchers, I just read it in NPR today, that more and more researchers are saying that it's inevitable that most people will probably get coronavirus, and there's nothing really that we're going to be able to do about it. No matter how much we're vaccinated.
They're saying that this virus is here to stay.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. We're not eradicating shit.
One time in your life, you're going to get it. And it's not like you're going to be taking these, you know, vaccines and booster shots all the time.
Well, like, I mean, we take a flu shot every year.
The flu shot.
Yeah, I
never get the flu shot.
Yeah, fuck the flu shot.
I'm just saying, it would be almost like the same thing, right?
Right.
When you get a smallpox shot, you get it once.
But you don't. But they don't require a flu shot to just go into a fucking bodega in New York City. You know what I mean? So like that's the big difference.
Like, I mean, if it doesn't. And I guess where I come from with the whole vaccine thing, if it's not fully,
these ones, Cartagena.
If it's not fully protecting me, I don't feel I need it because I'm healthy enough. Now, when I get a little bit older, you know, like when my immune system's not as strong as it is right now, then yeah, I mean, I'll definitely probably get it.
Also, by then there'll be more research on it.
Right, but I mean, like, even now, if I was older. I would probably get it.
Yeah, me too, absolutely. If I was sick, if I had, you know, like my sister, she has fuck, what are those? She has
pre-existing conditions.
Yes, she has pre-existing conditions, and she is very worried. And it's like, yes, get the booster, go get that shit. Like, I mean, I'm gonna keep saying it, but I'm not.
Or something like that. You should definitely have it. You should.
I'm never gonna say don't get the shot, but I am going to say question why they are pushing it so hard. Why they deciding to take away our rights to choose.
Yes.
And question what's in this shit? What's going on? Why are they hiding information? That's what I'm after.
Do you think this, regardless of the hiding information, if you didn't mandate it or make people take it, do you think I honestly think more people would have taken it?
Yeah. I think if they would have changed the approach.
And I think a lot of the pushback is it's just human nature, right?
Mhm.
No one, you don't want anybody to force you to do anything. I mean, I could be walking on the sidewalk behind you. You could need to take one step to the right to get out of my way, but you're not going to let that person by. You're like, I'm walking here. You know what I mean?
I'm walking.
Like,
I'm walking.
You're gonna. It's our nature to kind of push back on that kind of stuff when someone's trying to make you do something.
Yes, especially Americans.
But if you make it somebody's choice to do it, you know.
Yeah.
Bonnie. I think if they wouldn't have pushed it less so hard, I think Ivan would have maybe taken it.
So Bonnie, what they want to do is any company that has 100 or more employees in it, they want to mandate that they either get vaccinated or they test. Now, here's the thing. If they were going straight mandate vaccine only, I would, that would be crazy. But they are doing the testing thing too. So
you would have to pay for the test though.
But you have to privately pay for your own testing. So
they're willing to pay for your vaccine, but not for you to get
there's
tested.
Also in New York
and the person that gets tested is if you don't test positive, you're not going to give it to anybody. If you're just vaccinated, you could be passing it around left and right because you ain't getting tested.
But that's not outside government employees who is mandated to take the vaccine. Well, no one at this point, because the Supreme Court, what was that, the lower fifth? They said, fuck you.
Paused it.
But here's so by January 4th, and by the way, if this was such an emergency, if these unvaccinated coworkers of ours were such a risk to our health, then why are we waiting until after the holidays to implement these things? Why wouldn't we just implement it now? We shut down the fucking country in a drop of a dime. Why couldn't we just? Why don't we just get rid of all of our workers now and see how the holidays go? And it's funny because I've heard several sources. I
never thought of that.
I've had several sources, fucking real life sources, like who talk to real dignitaries in their either country or their city, who are saying that they're considering lockdown measures until after tourist season. And they're waiting. There's optics involved. It's fucking optics. There's so many reports of people just saying, like, these government places are talking. I just heard Jordan Peterson talking about this. I think he lives in Toronto. And they were talking about, he was talking to a dignitary. And he was saying that none of the decisions they were making in these lockdowns are really based on science. They're only based on optics and how the public views and how they're responding to it.
Well, it's a way for them to keep power too.
It's absolutely a way to keep power, and
the only way, and the bad thing is, the only way to combat this now is, I mean, we do like to vote and do all that, but we can't wait. This is something that we can't wait for that vote. Like, we actually got to start pushing back now, pushing back as people. I mean. It's just so funny because down here in San Diego, you don't really have, the only places you have to wear a mask are public schools. The kids have to wear masks, and then in hospitals. And I understand it for hospitals.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that should just be,
that's kind of a no-brainer. Right. I mean, you should almost be doing that.
Yeah. Outside of pandemic.
Normally, like, because you got to think about it. There was all kinds of people in there with the flu and shit, just coughing, and you're sitting in the waiting room. Like, we should have been doing that all the time. But, I don't have to wear one nowhere else. But then I went up to Redondo Beach this weekend, and you can't go in anywhere without a mask on.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just weird to me. And then that everybody's walking around outside, hanging outside with each other. And then we got to walk. When we walk inside, we all got to put masks on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been ridiculous.
Passing my blunt between me and my homie. We got to walk in and put masks on. It's like, dude, what kind of stupidity?
None of it's made sense. None. And again, it's all been about optics. It's all been presenting a show of what we're doing something, because people want to see that the government is doing something and being active. And so they're just like, well, if we're being active, we're making people do things. I think the violation.
There's so many more things they could be active on. There's I mean, like my buddy said, he's like, you could just close your eyes, reach out into the music, grab something. I mean, there's just so much stuff out there to even just talk about or what they could be handling. So much business. I mean, Jesus, I could start going off about everything in the ports, the gas pricing, and all that. But that's just getting off topic.
But so that's not a violation of rights. Well, I think it's a violation of rights, Bonnie, when you can't go shopping in a store to get groceries for your family because you don't want to get vaccinated, and maybe you can't afford to get tested all the time. So what are you supposed to do then? When you look at like what these mandates are affecting and who they're affecting, it's mostly poor people of color that are being affected.
And if you want, and if you're so scared and you need, man, go do your own thing. Don't go out in public. Why are you punishing the masses? You know what I mean? It's like you have this small group of people punishing the masses.
Well, it's not a very small group of people who are vaccinated.
No, I'm not saying that people that are vaccinated. I'm talking about people who are making these rules up.
It's a violation of privileges. Well, I don't like those fucking privileges being violated.
Yeah. Listen, actually, it's my right to do whatever I want.
It is.
It's not a privilege.
I know that's hard to understand in Canada, Bonnie. I get it. I know you're having a hard time wrapping it around your head, having freedoms. But listen.
Canadians lay down.
I'm just playing, Bod. I love you. But no, it is a violation of right. Your right to go shopping. Your right to go into a store if you want to go.
It's a right to let if a business owner doesn't want to have you wear a mask. It's their right if they don't want you to wear a mask.
Yeah.
A business owner, if they don't want, it's their right to run their business how they want to.
They're mandating
whether
business
you have
owners.
100 people or not. If I have 100 people and I run a business and I decide they don't have to be vaccinated, they don't have to be vaccinated. It's my fucking business.
I get what you're saying, Bonnie, but like let's just take that further, right? Like, okay, so you can shop at Amazon. So never leave your house. Oh, and you can get your stuff off DoorDash, right? Okay, just stay in your home. Because you can get everything because you can get everything shipped directly to your house. You no longer should be able to leave your house because everything else.
You can't be part of society.
You cannot be a part of society. Take your ass in your house, lock the doors, shut the blinds, don't let sunshine in because.
Remind me to never move to Canada. Holy shit!
Oh, dude,
bunch of pansies up there.
Listen, I love my Canadian friends, but
all the tough ones play hockey, I guess, right? Only the hockey players are tough.
I don't know. I would love to have a convo IRL with y'all. Well, it'll happen, buddy. It'll happen. In the U.S., telling anyone anything is a violation of our rights. America, absolutely. Oh shit, a Baby Yoda interview. Okay, we'll do Baby Yoda. You are just spoiled. Spoiled. I don't know. They're spoiled. They couldn't even buy art supplies in the middle of this shit. That was crazy. Did you know that in the middle of this, they Canadians couldn't buy art supplies because it was non-essential goods. They couldn't even go to the store to buy art supplies.
Can't have a crayon.
You can't have a crayon. Goddammit! Get back in your igloo.
Jesus, man.
Igloo. What?
Them Canadians like to control you though. We know how that goes up there. They don't even have freedom of speech.
I love Canada though. I'm not gonna.
Oh, it's nice and clean, but yo, man, you can't say it. You can't say what you think up there.
No, you really can't. Like you literally will go to jail if you refuse someone business because of their.
Remember, if I say what I said last time on this show, I'd be in jail.
You would be in jail. Yeah. I'm so happy that you decided to bring that up again too. Thanks. That's great. Okay, we got to do this. Would you rather? All right, Offbeat. Would you rather have your gums repeatedly scraped by a dentist or watch an entire marathon of Dane Cook's stand-up specials?
Shit.
She said shit.
I don't mind the dentist.
Get the fuck. I don't mind the dentist, but I don't fucking deal with no Danes. Yeah, no, I mean,
I wasn't a big fan. I don't think it was the Shocker guy.
yeah, I like Dane Cook. I mean, he has a really interesting story, but we're not gonna talk about Dane Cook right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like the dentist, so I just definitely do the Dane
Really,
Cook.
dude, I like the dentist, man. Get your mouth clean.
I mean, that's nice, but if they have to go in with, oh, dude, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you just have perfect teeth, but I got cavities, and I don't like the drill. It's just, ugh.
Oh, see, I'm good on the cavities, but we all have our own problems.
Yeah, we got a problem. We got our problems. Anyways, so I just thought that this was an interesting thing that's coming up, and
Dude, that is. I'm telling you.
let's see. Former Vantavia employee told the BMJ that the company was nervous and expecting a federal audit of its Pfizer vaccine trial. People working in the clinical research are terrified of FDA audits, Jill Fisher told the BMJ, but added that the agency rarely does anything other than inspect paperwork, usually months after the trial has ended. I don't know why they're so afraid of them, she said, but she said she was surprised that the agency failed to inspect Vantavia's after an employee had filed a complaint. You would think if there is a specific and credible complaint that they would have investigated that. So yeah, there's just all kinds of interesting shit in here. And I kind of wanted to let Jimmy Dore, because Jimmy Dore did a little better job than I did at all.
We'll host religious services and virtual reality spaces.
Fuck you, Zuck.
Twitter, and people called me a liar. People called me a grifter. People called me all that. It's just, that's not how science works.
Let me go. It's around 4 minutes.
And that's what makes people call us anti-vax, and by the volume of problems they were finding. I'll read it again. Staff who conducted quality control checks were overwhelmed. Not that they found a big number. They were overwhelmed by the volume of problems they were finding. Wow. Jackson has told the BMJ that during the 2 weeks she was employed at Vantavia in September 2020, she repeatedly informed her superiors of poor laboratory management, patient safety concerns, and data integrity issues. Jackson was a trained clinical trial auditor who previously held a director of operations position and came to Vantavia with more than 15 years' experience in clinical research, coordination, and management. Vantavia was not keeping up with the data entry queries, shows an email sent by ICON, the contract research organization with which Pfizer partnered on the trial. ICON reminded Vantavia in a September 2020 email, the expectation for the study is that all queries are addressed within 24 hours. ICON then highlighted over 100 outstanding queries older than 3 days old in yellow.
Yeah. So, it just sounds like things were very rushed. It sounds like things were obviously people were trying to get this vaccine out.
But then that goes to the whole third party thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, if they're going to get paid the same amount of money, someone was pushing it through.
Right.
Someone had to push it through. So, I mean, if they're finding all this out, you just go straight to the top. They were the one. Her boss was pushing it through.
Brought to you by Pfizer. Oh, this was interesting. These voting members and what they were talking about children being vaccinated.
But we're never going to learn about how
Many parents is also very low. I have long COVID. So here's the FDA meeting where they're talking about side effects of the jab, the vaccine to kids.
I love how
Listen
they
to
talk
this.
about it so freely.
Mm-hmm.
but we're never going to learn about how safe the vaccine is unless we start giving it. That's just the way it goes.
Just the way it goes. Just the way.
That's a voting member on the FDA who voted
without telling them that you're the trial.
Yeah,
You're the
exactly.
test
You're the, guess what? Guess what, everybody? You're the trials. You're the trial. Yeah, that's really fucking stunning. Honestly, it's
crazy. It's so crazy.
This guy's just like, yeah, we gotta figure it out somehow. So we'll just start fucking, pumping your kids full of fucking vaccines. Okay.
Oh my God. And then what happened in Virginia?
Oh my God, that was pretty amazing actually. I mean, it
Oh
was
my
awful,
goodness.
but it was amazing what turned around. And I'm not a Republican. I'm not. But I really appreciated to see those fucking assholes lose, because when you find out what they were doing, how they were covering things up, it was, man, this. Can you kind of go through what happened in Virginia, if you don't mind?
Yeah. So in Virginia, they had a CBS site, I believe. There's a CBS site had injected just around 100 children with the wrong dose of the vaccine.
No, that's not.
Now
I
you
didn't
would,
even know that. I didn't even know that's. I thought you were talking about something else. Oh my God,
oh,
what did this happen? Hey, what's up, Deuce?
oh, you didn't know that happened?
No.
Oh, so this happened. So here's the thing, though, is that the needles are different sizes, the bottles are different sizes. They have a different label on them, like they're a different color. They made it to where you cannot mistake in the child vaccine for the adult vaccine. But the CVS site or whatever, they ran out of the child vaccine, and all these kids were coming in still, and they had some of the adult vaccine. So the child vaccine is about, I think they said it was about a third of the adult vaccine, like a third of the dose. So what they were doing is they were just giving the kids a third of the dose of the adult vaccine.
Oh my God.
And so when they found that out, they had to call those parents up and be like, you might want to watch your kid and see if something happens.
Jeez. So here's the Virginia pharmacy gave wrong COVID vaccine dosage. This is NBC Washington.
There we go.
In Loudoun County? This all happened in Loudoun County?
Yeah, it happened in Loudoun County too. So they were like, "Holy crap! What are the adults?
What are they doing down there,
They're covering
dude?
up sexual assaults and giving kids the wrong fucking vaccine."
Oh my God. And if anybody doesn't know why I laugh so hard for Loudoun County, is because recently they had this scandal at one of their schools where a trans girl was raped and sodomized.
Trans boy.
No,
The
she
trans
was
boy went into the
no, but
girls'
she was,
restroom.
but it was boy transitioning to girl, so it's trans.
It's trans boy, isn't it? That's what
Trans girl.
I don't know.
It's a girl. She's a girl.
Oh yeah,
She's a girl.
I thought, I don't know.
She's a girl. She went. They made
In the bathroom, she wasn't.
no. Look, that's not funny. It's not funny, Offbeat. It's not.
It's not funny, but hey.
Look, it's what's funny about it is that they fucking they ate shit. That's the funny part. But okay, so what happened is that a trans girl, this school board made a big deal about how they were trans. They accepted trans and gender, and they were the wokest school board in the world. And what ended up happening is that a trans girl walked into into a girl's bathroom and ended up raping a young girl and sodomizing her. Turns out they just moved the kid to another district, and then she did it again, right?
Did it again.
She did it again. So
So
this was a serial rapist who was protected, and they tried covering this up because they were touting how woke they are. And so what ended up happening is that the father went down there and ended up getting arrested, and the father was being told that they were telling him to quiet or something. They were just they were being dismissive.
And stuff, and the cops had to take him down.
Yeah, and he was like, dude, my daughter was raped. And what are you trying to tell me here? And so, then you hear about the DOJ doing all this crazy stuff about making parents into domestic terrorist, which was shot down, right? That ended up getting shot down, I believe, or they still trying to
shot down.
Well, I thought they were going to take that out of.
Well, they backtracked on it, but I haven't heard anything that they like told them no.
But it's really interesting in how that they they're trying to control, and a lot of the discussion has to do with like CRT and stuff, which I mean that's a weird thing in its own, and
See what I mean? All the stuff they could be doing, all the stuff the government could be tackling right now.
It's a very, and then of course they lost the gubernatorial race, right? You know, because of white supremacy. Because of white,
and a seat to a trucker.
Yes, no, that was Massachusetts, right?
Something like that, yeah.
But no, that was hilarious. A trucker with $150 budget fucking beat the incumbent. Ugh. But no, they lost to the governor down there was talking about like parents shouldn't have a say in what the school teaches their kids and blah blah blah. It was a very disgusting thing. I just could. I mean, we pulled our kid out of
anybody now, and what's really weird is what has happened is, and I believe is over the last like 20 years, we built up this great thing, right? We've built up these, school systems and all these things, right? But we're humans, right? And so like there's these people that get into power, right? And then they think that they know it all and they know what's best for you. They are elected. You elected them to run shit. So that means they know what's best for you and what they say should go. It's the craziest elitist shit that I've ever seen. It's like they're not. I'm gonna hate when the last best leader we had was Trump, dude. And
that dude fucking.
And it shows, bro. And it shows because you see people still rallying for him. You still people talking about him. He was actually a leader that listened to what people wanted.
Oh, okay. Let's do some. Oh, we got a Pizza Jam is rated in. What's up, Pizza? How you doing, my friend? Thank you for coming over. Here, let me come back over here. We gotta do a interview with Baby Yoda. But first, I gotta welcome our raiders. Baby Yoda will be with us just a moment, but we gotta welcome our raiders as we're talking about this horrible case in Loudoun County. Let's serenade our raiders. Oh my god. Listen how out of tune that is. That is garbage. Let me see what's going on. Let me catch up on chat too. Pizza Jams, welcome in. I am Mike. Anybody that doesn't know me. Hold on, let me turn on let's do that again, buddy. I'm doing that again. Because this is for our raiders right here. There you go. This is
Brought to you by Pfizer. Fuck you. Pay me.
There you go. All right, let's do this raid song, and then we'll get back to this discussion, and we'll probably end up. Oh, we gotta get our Baby Yoda on, so we'll be. So let's do this. Oh look, and yeah, you can go, dude, if you want to get some.
A drink.
Yeah, get some. I got tune anyways. Thank you, Pizza, for that raid. I appreciate you, my friend. I got a song for that ass as soon as I tune my guitar here. And then we're going to talk to Baby Yoda and see what the hell he's doing. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Pizza Jam, thank you so much for coming in here, buddy. This song's for you. I cut my finger today, so I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do this, but we will try. It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos. No need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eye. It's raining tacos. It's raining tacos. Out in the streets, tacos. All you can eat. Lettuce and shells, cheese and meat. It's raining taco. Yum, yum, yummity, yum. It's like a dream. Yum, yum, yummity, yum. More sour cream. It's raining tacos. Ooh, pizza. Ooh, pizza. Ooh, it's raining pizza. Well, it's raining pizza. Out in the streets, yes, pizza. All you can eat. Pizza and cheese. It's raining pizza. It's raining pizza. You look like you're in the Brady Bunch. Okay. Okay. Let me summon Baby Yoda here. Come here, baby. Come here, Baby Yoda. Get your ass out of the cage. God damn it. Get on over here. Baby Yoda. Oh my God. Baby Yoda, are you there? Are you there, Baby Yoda? Yes. Where are you?
Right here.
Oh, there you are. Hey, Baby Yoda. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Yeah? How is your day going?
Pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
still doing school, but
Are you doing space school?
yeah,
Oh, that sounds like fun.
it's not fun.
You know what? It might be funner than you
I
think.
have a lot to do.
I bet you do. Baby Yoda, do you have a question for our friend Offbeat today?
If you could have a planet like mine, who would be your leader?
Ooh, if you could have a planet like Baby Yoda's, who would be your leader? Don't say it.
Me.
Ah, I thought you were gonna say. So Offbeat says he would be the leader. I thought he was gonna say Trump.
Oh, hell no.
It's like, fuck Donald Trump, bro.
I'm better than Trump, yo.
Hey, I'm with that. Baby Yoda, do you have another question for our guest today?
What's your favorite color?
Ooh, what's your favorite color, Offbeat? Blue? Blue. Offbeat, do you have a question for our dear Baby Yoda?
Sure. What do you smoke on your planet to get high?
Baby Yoda, what do you smoke on your planet to get high?
Nothing.
Nothing. They don't do that because they're babies, and that's not how they do things, right, Baby Yoda?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Baby Yoda, thank you so much for flying down here. We appreciate you. You have a great rest of your day, Baby Yoda. You have fun. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody. Give Baby Yoda a round of applause. Yay, Baby Yoda. Good, Baby Yoda. Yeah, I agree. Clean as fuck. Exactly. Okay, let's catch up on this chat because I know we missed a lot of stuff here, and I don't want to... We missed a lot of stuff. So
It's a slow clap.
slow clap. Okay. Okay, so Bonnie was saying that clearly a child has some mental issues that need to be dealt with regardless of gender. Also, why did this woke ass school even have a girls' bathroom instead of gender neutral? Yeah, so you know what? That is
That's a good one.
That is actually one detail I'm not clear on. So maybe I got that wrong. I'm not clear if it was a gender neutral bathroom or if it was
a girls' restroom.
It was a girls' restroom. Okay, so
It was a girls' restroom.
that child should never want for money. I'm okay with tax money protecting them forever. Yeah, not the rapist. Yeah, I agree with you. That poor young girl should have that whole situation was terrible because, you know, they were trying to cover it up. And
Especially since they allowed it happened to another girl.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. You got the tolerant left who's all encompassing, who is fucking, they're so tolerant they'll let fucking rape go on, you know? Like, I don't like that. And I talk about the left like that and as if I'm not a part of it, but there is a certain threshold, man. I don't go that far.
You know what though? You know what? I was talking to someone about you. You are more center now.
Yeah, I am.
I would not say you are more middle than left. Like when we started these political podcasting, when we started doing this like little like segment like this instead of just music, you were way left.
Yeah.
You were far, I would have considered you far left.
I don't know if I was far left.
At the time. Now the left they've taken it far to another level.
Yeah.
Like there's
absolutely.
far left.
I agree. Yeah. And that's the thing. And you're probably right because I remember we were talking and even we brought this up even in our own conversations talking to each other. It's like, you know, when we were talking about skanks and how it was like, you know, it's like, what do you expect? Like homeboy probably watches MSNBC, CNN, and like, that's it. Or in the New York Times, you know, and it's like, I get it. If that's the only news you're taking in, if that's the only thing you're absorbing, then of course that you're gonna be inundated with these ideas. And that's where I was. And the thing about, when we were talking about these, especially when Trump first got in office and we were talking about the Steele dossier and how, I remember us having the conversation. I was in San Diego and I was visiting. And I came over to your apartment just so we could do a podcast. And I remember being like, dude, he's going to get impeached. What about all the people going to jail? And you're just like, dude, it's fucking all bullshit. It's all bullshit. And at the time, I hated Trump so much that I could not see past anything. And anything that said that Trump was who I thought he was, or who I still kind of think he is, fucking was right, because they were totally going with my bias. They're going with my little echo chamber. We're in Southern California. I hang out with musicians. We all tend to be pretty liberal in our thinking. We all tend to be on the left. So there's a lot of things that go into someone forming these opinions, especially if they don't know the whole story. And it's just so easy for us to do that. So I don't get mad at people anymore for not doing that, because I was that person. But it is shitty when you're trying to argue something with somebody and they're just spitting like bullshit information at you that is wrong.
The weird thing is you could literally show them on video,
right?
The video, what's happening, and they'll be like, "Nah, that's a lie."
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Dude, what are you talking? What are you not watching the same thing I am? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, no, it is nuts. It is nuts. Not now everyone's shining a bat signal with that orange silhouette. Yeah, it's true though. And it's like,
and what sucks is, and it's not it's not even about Trump, right? Yes, they're talking about that. But what it is, it's about somebody, even if somebody had his same policy or his same push for the American people, it could have been a Democrat. Because nobody liked Trump because he did have some fucked up tweets, right? It was before we used to be able to vote for a president that was all encompassing, right? Like we wanted the good person, the good family member, the guy that went to church per se, and all that stuff. Now with social media and everything, nobody's safe from anything. So now what we look for, or what I look for, is somebody for policy, right? You're not always going to like your boss. You're not always going to like the person you work for, the person running the show. But if they're the best person for that job and they're running the show correctly, or in the way that you think the show should be ran, I mean, that's all you need. I don't know. People need to separate themselves from the person and the job they're doing, I think. Sometimes.
Well, it's hard though, because what he was doing was creating this horrible divide. I mean, it truly was, and we can't just say it was him.
It wasn't over policy; it was over personality.
Right.
And as we're seeing it now, is that all the policy that was created was good, and they reversed everything. And look what. And the most amazing thing to me, and I know we're kind of segueing here, but the most amazing thing to me is I'll say something on social media about this administration, and I'll say it, and people just come at me like, bro, you lost, Trump lost, this lost. And I'm like, yo, you guys talk shit for fucking 5 years and are still talking shit. It's only been 6 months. You guys can't even take it after 6 months?
Yeah.
Watching this ship just go.
But that's the thing, is like, why does it have to be Trump lost? Why can't we just talk about the fact that our fucking the current administration is a fucking parade of fools?
Back with too, though.
It's like it doesn't like that's what I get too.
Mama, Biden's my president. That's what I say. Biden's my president. So let's talk about that. Yeah. Let's talk about that.
I vote. I make sure, because I want people to know. It's like, I voted for President Biden, our current president. I voted for him because I just didn't like the other guy. And that's the last fucking time I'll ever do that. That is the last time. It's only proven to fuck us all over here. So what I don't like is that I can't criticize our current administration without being labeled a fucking Republican or a fucking or a fucking Trump supporter. And I'm just like, bitch, I voted for this piece of shit. I get to talk. If anything, I get all the right to talk shit about this piece of shit because I fucking wasted my vote on this doddering potato pie. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that guy. He's shitting his pants. He can't even fucking get through a sentence without fucking falling asleep. Like, what the fuck's going on?
I love the thing where he's on CNN and he goes, what am I doing?
Oh my God. Or the cornholio.
Anderson Cooper had to bring him back.
Yeah, he was like, Mr. President, I actually asked you about something completely different. He's like, what the fuck? It's
like I said,
scary.
Like I said, it wouldn't have to be Trump. It could have been a Democrat, or somebody that's just, dude, it could have been a Democrat. They could have took Trump's fucking game plan, America First, and just ran with it.
There is a difference between things being bullshit and a political party with the majority not wanting to prosecute or follow the law. There's a difference.
Yeah, I mean, and we can't get a third option.
No, we're not. They're not going to give us. Current president believes people like me are terrorists for leaning libertarian. That makes most of our founders terrorists. When did Americans believing in limited government become terrorism? Absolutely, dudes. It's fucking bullshit. It's like, since when did fucking having a political leaning make you a fucking terrorist? Like, unless you're like seriously like fucking pledging to like Hezbollah or fucking, oh God, did I just say a fucking non-terrorist? I hope I didn't say that. Al Qaeda. I mean, I can see if you're like, I'm petitioning for Al Qaeda and I'm doing all this shit. You know, I get it. You might want to look into something, but someone who's just like, even if you're a fucking communist, I don't care if you're a communist. Go be a fucking communist. It's fine. But this is not that country. This is not that country. So fuck yeah, you're gonna get pushed aside. I don't care. But you don't deserve to go to prison. You don't deserve to get silenced on Facebook. If you want to be a socialist, if you want to be a communist, fucking say it all you want, man. I don't care. I don't care. Like, you know, like fucking, I think that everyone should have their say about this shit. Not everything he said was wrong or bad. It was just hard to listen to him saying things inappropriate ways and gaslighting things he had previously said. Yeah, absolutely, Bonnie. I'm with you. Fucking Trump was just, his rhetoric was trash. It was trash. And it was divisive.
And the funny thing is that nobody's like denies that.
No, I know, but they excuse it, and that's where I'm like, no, we cannot excuse this behavior, even if it leads to the president.
Yeah, but
they excuse the amount of.
But instead, because you couldn't excuse his behavior, you voted for this guy.
Yep.
And now look what's happening.
Yep. Now I'm eating shit.
Gas is up fucking $1.50. Fucking buy a fucking steak for less than $30. There's 100 ships. Can't even get your Christmas presents and shit. I mean, fuck. Hey, yay! Oh, I don't like what he said, that asshole. I don't.
But he was the thing though. The fucking country was on fire, bro.
And on top of that, 1.2 million illegals. Let's just ship them in and give them $450K. On top of that, let's let another fucking 10,000 link up and get here in 2 months.
Listen, I know. Okay, I know. But
and then what'd you tell me? And they left all our resources for building the wall just chilling down there.
Yeah,
spend a bunch of money and then let's just, you know what? Just like Afghanistan, let's just leave that shit there.
Fuck it.
Fuck those millions of dollars. We can print more.
Yeah, we'll just keep printing. Private companies can censor all they want in America. The government shouldn't be silenced in dissent. Right. I get that, Deuce. But when you have pressure from governments, when you put pressure on, when pressure from governments are put on these private sectors to censor, then we have a problem. And that's what's going on here. They're all in collusion.
You know, here's the thing right here. Someone just said that Trump should need an interpreter. Things you are complaining about stem from that administration. No, the border problem does not come from the Trump administration. The shipping problem does not come from the Trump administration. The gas problem does not come from the Trump administration. I don't know where you're getting your news from, but that shit came from this administration.
People should be demanding a change in how and who becomes president and demand an age limit on
Trump
it.
Afghanistan deal didn't go through. The Biden at Afghanistan deal went through.
So wait, so Trump had an Afghanistan deal, but it never went through.
The deal was they were going to leave.
Right.
He planned on leaving.
Oh yeah, and he just enforced, and Biden just enforced it, right?
No, Biden didn't do it the way Trump was doing it. Actually, Trump listened to the military and extended our stay there. Remember?
Okay.
We were supposed to leave way earlier. They told Trump no, and everybody was like, "Trump, fuck you! You said we were going to leave Afghanistan. Fuck you!" And Trump was like, "Well, they told me that I shouldn't."
Mm-hmm.
And so
he was listening to his advisors.
Fucking Biden went, "Nah, let's leave in the middle of the
But
night."
how are we gonna? Here's the thing about that is like, how were we ever gonna get out of there though? Like, when were we gonna get out of there?
That wasn't the point of the getting out of there. The point was to get out of there without fucking getting anybody killed or leaving anybody behind.
Well, I think that
we left everybody behind.
Right. I think that was the biggest thing. Like, I feel like, okay, if you want to get out of there now, great. I'm with that. I'm actually with that.
Yeah,
but
we set
the
a
way
deadline
they
in March.
and
set a deadline in March that did.
And that's what I'm saying is like, I feel like that it's fine. We set this deadline. Let's prep. But God damn it, don't leave our fucking troops over there. Don't leave our fucking people over there.
We got pushed back. But you can't blame the Trump administration for something that happened.
No, Biden
planned went through during the Biden administration.
I would never put that on Trump because fucking.
Well, that's one of these people did.
One of these people. I do think Trump was smart to bring the rest of the troops home. We only had 2,500 troops. Only? Okay. He reduced the number in January. I see. We had 25.
I get those 2,500 troops were keeping shit at bay.
I see. Well, the part that made me upset, I wasn't so upset about us leaving immediately because it always seems like we're pushing that shit back. And what the fuck are we actually doing there and spending all this fucking money that we could be using to, like, fucking make our neighborhoods worth shit.
And dude,
what was horrible is that they just blatantly and fucking didn't even care. They were just like, we're leaving. Fuck you. There's still people over there. And then on the way out, they bombed like children. Great, thank you.
And then
cool.
And then lied about it.
And then lied about
it. Yo, but where's the accountability? Yet they called for all this accountability on Trump, Trump trying to take cognitive tests because he can't run the government. Look at this fucking bullshit we got going on right now. We got a president shitting his pants and they're lying about bombing kids.
No, they weren't. We can't control the country with 25K or 2.5.
Oh, so those 2.5, those 2,500 soldiers were keeping them at bay because look how the fucking place is now.
Yeah, I mean, they were doing something. I mean,
who was running the show there? We were with 2,500 people.
Because our soldiers are fucking hard asses.
Well, because also, dude, we had air capability on them. They didn't have air capability. We didn't need a lot of people, man. We could fly some drones out there, fucking some Apache helicopters and shit, fuck people up.
See, I mean, like, okay, you say it like it's very easy, but I just feel like it's not that easy. Maybe it is.
To do what?
To do what you. I mean, like, first of all, neither of us have military experience.
I grew up next to one of the fucking biggest military testing facilities there is. I've seen shit that we can do, and it was shit that was done in like the 80s and 90s.
Okay, I grew up next to a college. Doesn't mean I'm a fucking doctor, bro. You know what I'm saying? I grew up next to a hospital. Doesn't mean I'm a doctor.
I bet you our military right now could go into Afghanistan and just fucking wipe that place out.
No doubt about it. I'm not saying our military isn't sweet.
With one squadron. They wouldn't even need a lot of shit.
Please don't
speak. There and fucking blow people up.
Okay, you're pissing off Cartagena because he's military.
And what? So he's saying that we can't go in there and blow it up?
We still have air capability. They just moved the UAE. Please don't speak on military if you don't know. Yes, we could wipe them out. Yeah, no doubt we could wipe them out, but that's not. But that's not our job. Is to go and fucking wipe out other countries because we don't agree with their shit.
But see, that's how 2,500. That's how 2,500 people could keep that country at bay is with that kind of firepower. That's
Listen,
what I'm saying.
that I whatever. Okay, great. 2,500 people kept him at bay. That's not the case. The whole point of us even starting down this thing is that I'm all about getting people out. It's just don't leave people there. That's what pissed me off. That's what fucking drives me nuts is that they left the fucking people that fucking protect and guard this country, the most important motherfuckers over there. Why are you fucking kidding me? The people who've been putting their lives on the line. Oh my god!
What did you expect, dude? It was fucking Biden's
poopy pants Biden.
It was fucking Biden. He was part of fucking Obama and Hillary when they left people in Benghazi. What did you expect? What do you expect?
YouTube is trying to get the government to set regulations. Why? If a person is a douche, block them. Exactly. And douche, this is why we talk about fucking censorship so much. Is because this is what I'm talking about. That we can't even express ourselves truly. We can't even like spread information. We can't even like fucking talk about these and have public discourse about it because
we're being able to because that's how we find out we're wrong also.
Exactly.
We could be hearing something like I could be hearing something that you didn't hear and you could be hearing something that I didn't hear. And then we come together on it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. To be able to communicate with other people and to talk to them openly and freely is how we go forward. It's not how, as soon as you shut down conversations, as soon as you start calling people deplorables, as soon as you start fucking calling people Trump supporters and fucking white supremacists and fucking the conversation goes nowhere. All you've done is labeled somebody down to their bare minimum of what they are. Like, I am only a Mexican. I am only a trans person. And that's where you left it. I mean, it's insanity. It's insanity that we can't talk freely about this shit. And it's, even on this platform, Twitch is a pretty, they have the clampdown. And I mean, I will not forget that Twitch was the first social media platform to ban Trump. So like, fucking, I like WSEG because he shows both sides. Well, I try, Cartagena.
The funny thing is how you can ban a president of the United States, but you can't ban fucking terrorists.
Yes.
Literally little terrorist groups.
Yes.
Literally people who want to kill Americans.
Yes. Or China.
But we let Americans let them have social media. It's fucking amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can have Al Qaeda and everybody fucking planning attacks and shit on Twitter, but if the president says something, our sitting president says something. But here's the other thing about that whole situation is that he wasn't making things better. I mean, the thing is silencing his big ass mouth. It worked. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it shut him the fuck up. He wasn't making things better. That was the problem. He was only inciting shit. Who do you think? The fucking Trump. The big mouth Trump.
Lowest unemployment for anybody ever. Lowest gas prices in like 10 years. Fucking bro, I was making so much more money under Trump than I am now. It's insane. Even my friends that are like independently employed, like I have a friend that does artwork for like front yards and stuff. Like he'll take like old cars and make like fountains out of them and shit like that. During the Trump years, dude, he was like, he had so much work. Now, dude has nothing. And he's diabetic, right? And guess what they did? They bumped up the price of his insulin, and now he doesn't even know if he's gonna be able to fucking take that shit. Has to go to fucking buy the cheapest insulin he can find. Has to like call around.
Maybe Pfizer will help him out. Should we drop the president and other groups? What does that mean?
Yes. No. Well, president. See, it's just so hard, dude. We're so big now.
Well, I don't like the idea of dropping anybody.
It would to get rid of this system and to put up in another system. We'd have many years of anarchy, many years.
I just the thing where I'm stuck is that silencing people do work, and if like especially someone like Trump, who I definitely think was a toxic and wasn't helping the situation, especially as
But you
things
don't.
escalated. And so I don't think
1.2 million people coming across the border is better.
No,
than,
I don't. I don't.
Than having zero.
I'm not, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
Not
about
zero, but,
I'm talking about silencing. I'm strictly talking about censorship here. And obviously we know fucking Biden is poopy pants potato pie. So fucking what I'm saying is that I don't think anyone should be silenced or censored. But I'm also stuck because I also recognize that it did sort of stop the fucking the mouth. It just stopped his mouthpiece because I don't care what anybody says. It's been real nice not fucking seeing his face like inciting riots all over the place. It's just been nice.
See that?
But look, I don't think he should have been censored though.
but-
I don't think that they should have took him down though. I don't. I recognize and I liked not seeing his stupid face or hearing his stupid tweets.
Bro. Hey, here's the thing: is that we had with Trump, we had the most transparent administration ever. We had the most access ever to a president ever. Now we have zero. He doesn't even answer a question anymore. He does his little speech at the podium that they write for him, and then he fucking turns around and walks off. We don't even see the vice president. I mean, dude.
No one wants to see her.
Every day, Trump would be walking to, Marine One. He would fucking stop and answer question, whether they liked him to answer it or not. His administration.
No.
He would answer. He didn't care.
Yeah.
We had the most access. And now we've traded it for zero access.
Yeah.
We don't even know what's going on. All we know is that they're pushing through this Pfizer vaccine. They want everybody to take it. They're lied about everything. No mandates. Now there's mandates, mask mandates, vaccine mandates. They're shutting down the economy. I mean, it's fucking crazy, bro. And it's like people don't see this. It amazes me. And honestly, I think me and you having this same conversation 4 years ago, you wouldn't have seen it either.
No, I wouldn't have. I admit that. I admit it at the beginning, and fucking, I admit that
I know,
fully.
That's what I'm saying.
I fully admit that. I fully admit that I wouldn't have been able to see that shit. And as for Trump, transparency, you are right about that because he fucking
doesn't know how to use Twitter.
He was fucking like he was saying shit like, yo, fucking these fucking deep state motherfuckers don't want me to do shit. They told me I can't do this. They're saying not to do this. He was literally taking the veil down from behind, like really calling out what was happening behind the scenes. And I did appreciate that. That's the thing about Trump is like I didn't like how he was how he was so divisive, but he was funny as fuck. And he fucking, and he would say some shit, that I would be saying that fucking, he would be validating almost conspiracies and stuff. And, I'm not saying validating conspiracies. That's the wrong word because as soon as conspiracy comes in, but the things he would say are things that, I would be saying fucking back in the day about the Bush administration. You know what I mean? Like he was saying it openly as a president. And so it's just like, holy shit, that was really, really fucking awesome that he did that because it really did take the veil down for a lot of this bullshit.
And that's why a lot of people, though, you got to think, and that's why a lot of people grew to hate him also, is because we had so much information about what was going on. We had so much information. You can't hate somebody if you don't know anything about them or what they're doing.
Right. And I think he made a mistake by making an enemy of the CIA and stuff because because they're the ones who fucking
lied about his ass.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Right.
Now we're talking like, dude, I had the same thing. I mean, the Steele dossier. How is nobody in jail for that shit already?
Well, there is. I thought they were taking people to jail now. Didn't they take that?
Just now they arrested. So I had this argument, but there was. And then someone posted all these indictments that came from the Mueller report and all this shit. But nobody was arrested for doing anything politically under Trump. they were arrested for tax evasion and shit like that.
Mhm.
Fucking Manafort and whatever. They had nothing to do with Trump. Trump wasn't even in the picture, but everyone seems to link that with him.
Well, I mean, when you surround yourself with criminals, it does seem
Right,
to
but I mean,
paint a
but
certain picture.
Hey, you surround yourself with me.
You're not a criminal. You sell legal drugs. And
Never
you're a
know.
father. And you're a good father.
Never know. Hey, you never know. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. You can never know. You don't know. You don't
Okay,
know
I guess I don't know my friend well enough. I mean, you could be selling meth. I don't know. You're right. You're right. You could
That's
be
what I'm saying, right?
You could be doing
See,
some dirt.
I'm just trying to make a point, though, right? Because
Okay.
you don't know what that guy could have been doing. I could have been doing 10 years before we met.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It's the best. It's best.
So, but they did arrest. Two people that the Russian guy that did the actual report or whatever.
He was the
spread the lies and
he
shit.
was the reporter, or he was a part of the
making it up.
He was part of the but who was he linked to? There's all kinds of stuff going on.
But either way, how, knowing this information, we spent tons of money on a case
Igor
to investigate
Danichenko.
a totally fake case. We spent millions of dollars on fake shit.
Yeah. No, millions of dollars.
And it's okay.
So here's the guy, and it all came from the fucking Clinton administration.
I know. Hey, who was colluding? Who was colluding with the Russians?
Right.
Fucking Hillary.
Right. And that was the fucked up thing, is that, like all these things that they were projecting onto Trump was just shit they were doing.
It's fucking amazing. And you know what, though? That's where all the hate came from.
It is.
This is where all the hate started.
Yes, it is.
So if no one should be hating Trump unless they just hated his rhetoric, like I said. But a lot of it started with this Steele dossier, with all this shit of him like peeing on fucking chicks in the Russian hotels and stuff. I mean, whoever believed that shit in the first place, because I never believed that shit, I was like, you guys are fucking idiots. He's a fucking billionaire. What's he doing peeing on some chick in a hotel?
Because
he fucking has a fucking Trump jet.
He can pee on bitches on his jet. Why would he go to a Russian hotel? Kamala has disappeared,
and
thankfully.
He's paying those high-class hookers. They ain't filming him peeing on nobody.
Yeah. What does Cardi G saying? Said Trump would say dumb shit and then let people spend days correcting and making excuses. Well, that's what's happening now with Poopy Pants Biden.
Trump didn't go to the island, didn't go to Epstein Island. Clinton did.
That's true. According to Trump and his supporters, everything he talked about was true. Stop the Trump defense because his administration was a mess. Can we talk about the dumbass far left agenda? Sure. Look how much we spent on Benghazi. Because it's hot, obviously. Yeah, baby. No, So the Steele dossier was just such a really interesting thing, and the fact that the New York Times is even reporting on this, like
Dude,
they were
have to, because what's going to happen when it comes out that all they were doing was spouting off lies, they got to retract all that shit and come out and start telling some truths. They're just going to lose subscribers.
An analyst who was a key contributor to the Democratic-funded opposition research into possible links between Donald J. Trump and Russia was arrested on Thursday and charged with lying to the FBI about his sources. The analyst, Igor Danichenko, was a primary researcher for claims that went into the so-called Steele dossier, a compendium, of rumors and unproven assertions suggested that Mr. Trump and his 2016 campaign were compromised by conspiring with Russian intelligence officials to help him defeat Hillary Clinton. In the 39-page indictment obtained by special counsel John H. Durham, a grand jury accused Mr. Danichenko of 5 counts of making false statements to the FBI about his sources for certain claims in the dossier. The indictment showed the 2.5 years after the then Attorney General William P. Barr appointed him to scour the Trump-Russia investigation for any wrongdoing. And a year after Mr. Trump lost re-election, Mr. Durham continues to press ahead. The special counsel's investigation is ongoing, the Justice Department said in a release described by the indictment, provided no direct statement. So wait, they're still fucking investigating? Or are they investigating, like they're still looking
No, this is current. This is current because now that they found this, they're going to actually, and I don't know how far it's going to go, but they're going to try to actually fucking put some people in jail for this.
I mean, hopefully, man. I mean, like, it just sucks, you know, because...
Well, dude, what about Comey? Comey should be in jail. Mueller should be in jail.
Yeah.
Fucking Hillary Clinton
Clinton
should go to jail for this.
definitely fucking go to jail.
She paid for all this shit.
She paid for it. She did, man. She did.
So, I mean, like, I don't know how because it's a left thing, the left isn't saying anything about it. And it's funny because it's not just would you say like the left media? It's actually like fucking people that vote that way. They're like, whatever, who cares? But see, if this was like Trump or like all the shit going on with like Biden's kid, if it was going on with like Donald Jr., dude, it'd be fucking front page news, fucking
nuts.
all over everything, fucking streaming. If this happened to Biden right here, this shit would be fucking front page, CNN, MSNBC.
Yeah, and that kind of brings us to what's going on with Ashley Biden's journal.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Hold on, let me pull
Veritas.
Well, let's start first with what is actually going on with the journal. And I actually, hold on, now,
which part of what's going on with the journal?
Well, I actually just want to bring up the journal because it's all out there for people to find. I just how do I?
But so like just like a segue into it though. So
okay, go ahead.
The journal was a lawyer contacted Project Veritas saying that he had information from a source that's supposed to be Ashley Biden's diary.
Right.
So there was a deal made. The deal was made between Project Veritas and the source. The source's lawyer. Project Veritas paid for the information. They then worked on the information for a very long time and tried to verify any of it. They could not verify any of it. So they decided to get rid of the story, and they gave the actual diary to the FBI, and that was a year ago. And then they just showed up to I don't remember his name, but they showed up to the Project Veritas guy's house a few days ago or maybe a week ago and raided his house and took his 2 cell phones and all of his stuff.
Yeah, and then they what the fuck's his name? I just had it in my head.
I know.
It's right here. Come on, goddammit. Not James. Come on, dude.
I'd have started. It's like Jen. I don't know. I don't even want to guess.
We'll just look it up. Veritas. Jesus, I'm so James O'Keefe. Okay, there it is. So James O'Keefe, who is the head of this, and Project Veritas, who is a lot of people fucking have problems with Project Veritas, and I do gotta say that Project Veritas in the past has done some editing that has, not looked so good on what they have to say, but they have also exposed some real stories, and recently they've been exposing whistleblowers from Pfizer and from all these different places in regards to the vaccine. They're actually doing real work. The way that they do it is kind of shady, is because what they'll do is they'll secretly record someone from Pfizer or someone from a company, and they'll act like they're on a date or something, and they'll secretly record them. And it's just so interesting to see how easily and how verbose they are about just spilling their guts.
Give shit up.
They're just, if they think they're gonna get some pussy, they're just like, oh yeah, baby, we're out there fucking shit up. We're doctoring the shit. It's crazy, dude. It is crazy. I'm fucking having trouble getting the thing. I'm trying to send it over to myself, so hold on. I just want
Send it.
because first of all, what's really fucked up about the whole situation in the first place is, besides the Veritas side of it, because Project Veritas, whether you like them or not, they are real journalists, and what's happening right now is that journalism is being attacked. And the New York Times had printed all of James O'Keefe's contacts, personal messages with his lawyer, certain tactics that they do to
All
obtain
his sources,
information, all
he
his
has some
sources,
source information in there.
right? And
Like,
which is highly illegal, which is totally against fucking freedom of press. It's in our rights. And so the FBI, this administration has used the fucking FBI as their personal watchdogs to go and really, set a precedent, because they want people to know. They want people to know. The New York Times, so the FBI leaked the information to the FBI. FBI leaked it to the New York Times like within a couple hours of being raided, and then they had that shit in print.
well, it was just like, dude, they leaked that shit to CNN when they fucking raided what was his name? That general's house. What was his name? The Trump guy.
General
General Flynn.
General Flint. Okay. And what they did?
CNN, they had CNN at his house while the raid was going.
That's right. Yeah, they leaked it on purpose so they could fucking make an example out of him.
Well, the crazy thing to me is, dude, is everyone that supports this administration or this side of things doesn't see anything wrong with this.
Right.
Doesn't see any. I mean, obviously, I have friends and family that believe this shit, and it's like, holy fuck, dude. And they make me sound like, when I talk to them, I think I sound like I'm like conspiracy guy or something like that.
Right, but it's like right out in front of everyone.
It's in your face.
And it's like they've just stopped giving a fuck. They're just like, the internet's going to make it impossible for us to keep. No. Yes, I am dropping some frames. It does seem to be me dropping frames. Shit, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring up this thing. I forgot what I was saying though. Oh well. Millions of frames lost. Are we just dropping frames, everybody? Is that what's just happening right now? We're just eating shit right now. Sweet. Love that. Love it. Love it. Okay, so we're gonna just keep going forward here, folks. So here's the actual diary. And, just so you guys know, it's out there. I just wanted to put it out there and just, just put out people's private information out on the internet. But I think the whole thing that we're really trying to touch on is that journalism is already like a really fucked up field right now, and it's really it's turned into like a group of activists, it seems. You know what I mean? Like, instead of people actually reporting news, they're reporting on how they feel about this, or how racist is that, or how is this linked, how is obesity linked to white supremacy? And it's like, okay, are you you are a conspiracy guy. Yeah. And labels, and these fucked up labels about being conspiracy, it's crazy. So, one of the things I did want to bring up was what was actually in the Ashley Biden's the journal, because what's interesting is that why would they want to go and do all this, leak all this information to the New York Times, make a big show out of it if this journal wasn't legit? So they have basically verified.
They did it with fucking Biden's kid's laptop.
Right.
Bro.
Yeah. Hunter.
They did the same. It's the same exact playbook.
Remember? And then they were trying to say it was the Russians too. By the way, that laptop has been confirmed.
Confirmed.
All that shit has been confirmed.
Hey, Skanks still thinks it's not real.
All the shit that's been I know he does. All the shit that has been fucking claimed you know, like how Biden had business in foreign
Oh yeah,
affairs, and the big guy, like all of that has been confirmed to be true.
bro. People still think it hasn't, bro. Our buddy Skanks still thinks none of that is true.
Cartagena,
None of that.
she left it. Okay, so what's going on with the Biden kids? First of all, they just forget shit. They just forget shit. I swear to God, I feel like it's a cry for help. Like they are just desperate. It's like, please help us. We're stuck with the hair sniffer. He shits his pants. He fucking grabs us all crazy.
I'm gonna have to wipe his ass.
I'm gonna have to wipe his ass. Please, somebody help us. Send help. Here's the laptop. Here's the diary. So what ended up happening, Cartagena, is that she left her diary at the rehab facility, and maintenance found it, and then they handed it off to somebody. I think Project Veritas, right? That's what happened.
Well, the source, yeah.
The source
to Project Veritas.
The source found it. Someone found it, and they tried to take it to Project Veritas, and Project Veritas was like really weirded out, and they didn't want to. They had journalistic integrity, is what they did, and they took it to the FBI to make sure it. You know, so now that
they couldn't verify anything.
Yeah, they couldn't verify it at the time. That's right. So they couldn't verify it, so they weren't going to run it, and so it was leaked anyways, and remember it came out in 2019, but it got buried really quickly. So it was released and leaked in 2019, but nothing was confirmed, and they denied everything. And now, you know, it's absolutely a confirmation when you know the Biden DOJ is sending fucking FBI to essentially go and ruin this company, this journalist.
Ruin this guy's life. Now who's gonna, like, they're not gonna really want to, you know, I mean, fuck, dude, they just ruined everything. Like they got all his source contacts, everything.
Right. And you know, I don't think it's ruined everything for them. I mean, they'll figure it out, but still it was a fucked up thing to do. And it was obviously, so the big thing that's really interesting that came out in these journals was she was talking about how her brother was involved with shady dealings with real estate. She was talking about her drug abuse. She was talking about her many affairs, as you know. And the biggest thing, which is the worst of all, is that she was talking about inappropriate showers as a young girl with her father. Let's do the Joe Biden. You know how he does that. That's right. Joe Biden. He took showers with his daughter. He did that. Okay? He also sniffs girls' hairs. He sniffs little kids' hairs.
Oh my God. How do they let that guy?
Maybe it's genetic memory condition. Yeah, exactly. They runs in the family.
God,
just like their forgetful father. Yeah, everyone's forgetful in that family. That seems sketchy. Like, as a person who used to write every day in a journal, I would never want to lose that and wouldn't want just leave it behind. Well, Bonnie, I agree with you.
Fucked up on drugs.
She was in a rehab facility. She was coming off drugs, and here's the thing: it might seem sketchy, but if it was sketchy, if it wasn't real, why would they send the FBI? Yes, thank you, Carter.
A year later.
A year
later.
Why? Yeah. Why would they make, especially leak all this?
They must have found out. They might have had a lead that was going to verify some of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Something must have happened.
Something changed. Something changed.
And it wasn't all fake. Just like the Steele dossier, and just like all the shit we're finding out, that all the lies they were telling about.
Yeah. So so this came out on the 12th, or no, wait, updated on the 12th. Oh, it was updated on the 12th. So let's go see what their update is. I'm sure it's something ridiculous. Anyway, it doesn't say it, but let's just read through a little bit of what's going on here. And authorities carried out a court-ordered search at the New York apartment of Project Veritas founder 2 days after searching the homes of his associates. So this is the second.
Did you see what now what's important, I think, is what they had the search warrant for. So what they had the search warrant for, fuck, dude, I can't. It was like crossing state lines with some like stolen property. some others. There was like a couple other things, but it was like, are you kidding me? Like they charged him with a bunch of bullshit to get this search warrant.
I see what you're saying, Cartagena, is you're like, why did they even send out a raid? So let's read through this to see if we can figure it out.
That's why we're saying.
Federal authorities on Saturday searched the home of James O'Keefe, the founder of conservative group Project Veritas, according to witnesses and people briefed on the matter a day after Mr. O'Keefe acknowledged that the group was under investigation by the Justice Department in connection with a diary reported to have been stolen. So they say it's been stolen. That's part of it. And from Ashley Biden, President Biden's daughter. The FBI carried out a court order search of Mr. O'Keefe's apartment in New York early on Saturday morning after having searched the homes of two associates of Mr. O'Keefe's on Thursday as a part of the investigation. An FBI spokesman on Saturday said the agents had performed a law enforcement activity at the building, but would not discuss the investigation. Mr. O'Keefe did not immediately respond for a request for comment on Saturday, but in a video statement on Friday, he said that his group had recently received a grand jury subpoena and acknowledged that Project Veritas had been involved in discussions with sources last year about the diary.
But here's the thing, too, that we should be concerned about also. It is not illegal for them to buy that property, even if it is stolen, and publish it. Because now here's the kicker, because when the leaked New York Times published some leaked top secret documents, when was it? Like a few years ago, and the Supreme Court ruled that they could do that.
Oh, so a ruling that the Supreme Court made a few years ago now makes it legal, but only because it's like because of journalism. Like, why though?
Yeah, I forget. What I was
it's fucking stoners trying to remember shit.
I know, dude. I watched it last night. I watched it on it last night. It was on a report that I was watching last night, getting ready for this. I was like, no way. But yeah, there's a thing that they're allowed to, whatever they're accusing them of, they are allowed to be doing it. Like, so they were the Jay was fucking way wrong. Way in the wrong.
This is America.
So that's what that's what we should really be scared about, right? Is that and I hate bringing it back to the last administration, but you got to look at and see how the last administration used the FBI. The FBI was kind of against the last administration. They didn't get to use them like that. I mean, look what happens when the FBI cooperates with the rule. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, to sit there and have, basically have your own fucking
government can do that.
Yeah, I mean, he basically is sending out.
And you want to take my guns? Fuck you.
You won't take my guns?
Fuck you.
Hold on, I wanted to. What was it? Is it a video? I can't remember what I was gonna bring up. Shit. Damn it. Oh well. Damn it. I forgot what I was doing. I'm such a stoner. Jimmy Maines, who lives next to Mr. O'Keefe at the apartment complex, said a handful of FBI agents arrived on Saturday. They asked for Mr. James. An entertainment manager said blah, blah, blah. They told me to close the door. I closed the door. That's exactly what happened. It was still dark. Oh, thank you for that nonsense. I ran the door, looked at the peephole. FBI raid. Saw yellow jackets. It appears the Southern District of New York now has journalists in their sights for the supposed crime of doing their jobs lawfully and honestly, Mr. O'Keefe said in a video statement. Our efforts were the stuff of responsible ethical journalism, and we are no doubt Project Veritas acted properly at each and every step. Project Veritas did not publish Ms. Biden's diary, but dozens of handwritten pages from it were posted on a right-wing website last year, a week and a half before Election Day, at a time when President Donald J. Trump was seeking to undermine Mr. Biden's credibility by portraying his son Hunter as engaging in corrupt business dealings, which we found out was true. The posting was largely ignored by other conservative outlets and mainstream media. The website said it had obtained the diary from a whistleblower who worked for a media organization that refused to publish a story about it before the election. It claimed to know where the actual diary was located and that the whistleblower had an audio recording of Miss Biden admitting it was hers. Ms. Biden, 40, is Mr. Biden's youngest child. She has maintained a low profile and attracted far less attention than Hunter Biden, her half-brother. Trump administration's Justice Party, then led by Attorney General William P. Barr, opened the investigation into a matter shortly after the representative of the Biden family reported the federal authorities in October 2020 that several of Mrs. Biden's personal items had been stolen in a burglary, according to two people briefed in the matter. So, yeah, okay. So Mr. O'Keefe said in the video that tipsters had reached out to Project Veritas in 2020 to alert them to the existence of the diary, saying that they had stayed in the room that Miss Biden had recently been in. But Mr. O'Keefe said that his group could not authenticate the diary and made an ethical decision to not publish it. He said Project Veritas gave the diary to law enforcement and attempted to return it to a lawyer representing Ms. Biden, who he said refused to authenticate it. Mr. O'Keefe portrayed the investigation as politically motivating, questioning why the Justice Department under Ms. Biden's father was pursuing the case. In recent weeks, federal investigators have reached out to at least one person who worked for Project Veritas to question that person about the diary. One of the people briefed on the case said. Anyways, it goes on and on. So, you know, it is crazy. It is crazy to think that, you know, people just trying to do their job, especially that they were, you know, they were trying to do the right thing at first and trying to turn it back in because they couldn't authenticate it.
It just tells you, dude, it's just so telling of who we have running our country. You know what I mean? The way that what they're willing to do.
Oh, hey, your favorite today.
It shows not only in the running of the country, but in the running of our states, in the running of things, you know. It's just funny how much people want government.
Yeah, it is interesting. It is interesting to see how many people are really standing up for Pfizer and for companies and for the government, and they're just like, it's just like, just do what they say. They love us. They love us. They have our best interest at heart. I never remember liberals ever thinking that way, especially during
being liberal has changed, dude.
I know.
It's not what it used to be.
I know.
It's being Republicans being liberal now,
which is fucking crazy. It's like because I believe in freedom of speech, now I'm fucking Republican. Because I support the cops and I support our military, I'm fucking Republican. Because I don't think they should be taking our fucking guns, now I'm Republican. But I'm all about gay rights. I'm all about trans rights. I'm all about people loving whoever you want.
And the funny thing is that used to be a left thing, right? Only a left thing. But now the right is all about it. They don't give a fuck. They're just the right is more concerned about working, freedom, and little government.
Working, freedom, little government. He should have did that with a southern accent. It would have hit better. Look, I see that, but okay, so then
what are we classifying as proven to be true? Like, what do you mean? Everything. Which part isn't true? See, it's like blanket statements like this are what the left always says. Well, what they never drill it down. What do you want to know that hasn't been proven true?
What are you guys classifying as things being proven to be true? Well, that's the problem, right? Like, how are we supposed to classify what's true and what's not? I mean, we can go by what we have.
Talking about though.
I don't know. Seems like most things brought up still don't have evidence either way. Well,
like which one? Dude, there's evidence of all the Hunter Biden shit.
Yeah.
Full evidence. Yeah. Verified. It's done. Done deal.
Yeah. The
this
evidence.
Ashley Biden thing with the FBI raid. If you don't think it's real now, fuck.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do to help you there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have her come out. And
what specifically
yes,
though?
fine.
I would like to know what specifically, Cartagena, that you think that. I mean, because I'm only reporting on these things that I've done in my own personal research, you know, and on our own time, and you know, obviously I'm not the fucking political journalist, but I do follow this shit pretty closely. So you know,
and I work from home, so I follow all this shit.
right? When you work from home, you tend to follow what's going on. You have nothing else to do other than, well, let's see what's happening. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what's going on in the Rittenhouse, if they've come to a conclusion yet. Any word on Rittenhouse?
No, I haven't checked.
Rittenhouse verdict. Let's see if it's out.
They still had to do closing arguments, and the prosecutor said he needed 2 hours.
Okay.
So the prosecutor might just be getting done.
Mm-hmm. Closing argument. Yeah, so they're still in closing arguments. Well, we're running out of time here, so I don't know if we should even open up the Rittenhouse book. But
dude, let's segue into that right now, because obviously we're done going through Ashley Biden.
Well, I mean, it's gross.
That's just a done deal. I mean, that Ashley Biden thing. I mean, I just can't believe they're doing that to journalists and anybody who does anything in journalism. Whether you agree with Project Veritas or not, you should be fucking up in arms, fucking calling for heads.
Yeah.
On why the DOJ is doing that shit.
Yeah, this is.
I mean, that's just
illegal
for
shit.
anything.
This is some fucking unconstitutional ass shit.
Yeah. But let's segue into the last bit of our conversation.
Fine.
Let's go to this Kyle Rittenhouse, because
all right.
I believe we had this conversation on one of our shows with you.
Did we?
Yes.
About what's going?
We're taking a lot of shit on this one, that he shouldn't have been there, obviously. But he was, a murderer, and it wasn't self-defense and all this stuff. And
I don't remember that. So it didn't happen. It didn't happen if I don't remember.
Oh, it happened.
It happened, bro. Oh, God. Shut up, bitch. Okay. So I thought this dude did a pretty good job of sort of summing up what's going on right now. And so I thought I would play this, and then we can kind of go off that.
Let's take care of some of these myths.
Okay. So, and I did have a chance to sort of go in and look through some of these things, and what he's saying is pretty accurate, and I didn't get through all of it. So, so let's just go through here and just check this guy out. Of course, my new news source is TikTok. So let's listen to TikTok.
Surrounding the Kyle Rittenhouse situation. Send this to your friends and make sure to drop a follow. Kyle was in legal possession of his firearm. 948.60, subchapter 3C of Wisconsin state law, specifically allows 17-year-olds to possess rifles with a barrel length.
Can you stop that?
Yeah.
He was in legal possession of the firearm. The firearm charge was dropped.
So the firearm charge was dropped?
Firearm charge was dropped.
When was that dropped?
Today.
When did that get dropped?
Today.
Today?
Yeah. Firearm charge. There's no curfew charge or firearm charge. He was in lawful possession.
Why did the judge drop?
Because he was in lawful possession of the firearm.
Yeah, I was reading through on that too. Yeah, because he did have it, and you can because 17-year-olds can have the long barrel rifles. But he bought it in a weird way though, right? Like he had a friend buy it for him.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I know that's what they were claiming, but with all this other stuff coming out, obviously he was in lawful possession. So all that other speculation doesn't matter.
No, I see what you're saying, Carter J. I'm not on the left, but I look for hard proof. I don't like Trump, but I didn't really believe the shit on him either. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like there's a lot of shit that was made up about him because he made obvious enemies of deep states, like the CIA and FBI and, and even his own party didn't really care for him that much. So he made a lot of enemies.
They didn't even want him.
Nope.
They didn't even want him.
Nope.
He's a Democrat. Remember? Because when that all went down, he goes, the Democrats said they didn't want him. Fucking the right said the Republicans said they didn't want him. So he goes, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to run as an independent. And fucking the Republicans went, no. You're not going to take our votes. So we would have had a third choice for the first time if the Republicans didn't pick Trump up. So, which
would have been awesome. And I know Cartagena has been saying that this whole time. It's like we need a third party. And I agree. I think we needed
Trump was the third party.
There you go. Deuces. I dropped his one. Offbeat's not. Offbeat's more popping on Facebook, but you guys hate Facebook, so I put on their Instagram. So if you want the real Offbeat, then you want the Offbeats. You want that Facebook shit. My big bitch about that case is how many things the judge hasn't allowed. Thanks. No, I agree.
Like what?
Well, I thought it was weird. Okay, so first of all,
What hasn't he allowed?
well, first of all, I thought it was weird that he went, which I agree with him, but I think it was weird, and I think it showed that he was definitely biased. When he said you can only refer to the people as
They weren't victims though, bro.
Right, not victims, not
victims.
protesters, but as rioters. Right? They had
Well, why?
I'm
would
not
you
saying,
only-
but
why would you-
no. I'm not saying that it's not right, but it definitely signals something.
No, it was so you couldn't put the wrong impression of those people in the heads of the jurors.
Right.
You couldn't make them if they were running around burning down. If you call me a victim and I'm running around burning down a building, there's some fucking shit wrong with you.
Right. You know, and I watched a lot of the video footage of the shooting. I mean, it really does look like he was just running for his life. Like people had threatened his life earlier in that thing.
Well, let's go through the
Here, let's watch this. Let's watch this video.
16 inches. Wisconsin is an open carry state. If you can possess it, you can open carry it. At the time he was being pursued by a violent mob, Kyle Rittenhouse was not an active shooter. An active shooter is defined as a person actively engaged in killing or attempting to kill people in a populated area. Kyle Rittenhouse wasn't doing this. He was running towards the police with his back turned. Gage Grosskreutz admitted that Kyle was at least 30 feet in front of him, running in the opposite direction. That brings me to my next point. Gage Grosskreutz knew that Kyle was not an active shooter and knew that he wasn't fleeing the scene of a crime. Grosskreutz is on video asking Kyle what he's doing. Kyle says, "I'm going to the police."
You shot somebody?
I want to get police.
Who shot?
In order to be legally considered fleeing the scene of a crime, you have to have the intent to evade prosecution or arrest. Running to the police shows the exact opposite. Kyle did have permission to be at the businesses that he was defending. Sal, one of the car source owners, testified that the only way the boys could have gotten into the buildings is if one of his family members let them in and had provided them with keys. We know the boys were in the buildings, and we know they had keys. Kyle Rittenhouse did not go to Kenosha to kill people. He actually went to the city the day prior for his job, as he did every day as a lifeguard at the Recplex.
His dad
He got
lives
off
there
his shift
too.
at 7 p.m. and went to Dominic Black's house where he stayed the night. It wasn't until the next day that they were asked to defend CarSource. Kenosha was Kyle's community. Kyle's father lived in Kenosha. He lived in Kenosha for a short period. All of his friends lived in Kenosha. His sister's boyfriend lived in Kenosha. And he worked in Kenosha. He was there on a daily basis. Rittenhouse never pointed his gun at Yellow Pants Man, and Yellow Pants Man admitted this. When Yellow Pants Man talks about the altercation between he and Kyle, he actually gestures how Kyle was positioning his rifle at the time. Take a look. His own imitation of Kyle shows that his rifle was at a resting position and not pointed at anyone. And finally, one that you guys aren't going to like so much, Gage Grosskreutz was not a felon, but he also wasn't legally possessing his handgun. See, Kyle was legally open carrying. Gage was concealed carrying. You don't need a permit for open carry, but in Wisconsin you need a CCW permit to conceal. Gage had one, but it was expired, meaning technically he was unlawfully possessing, but I doubt you're going to see any charges. Hope this helps. Real quick, let's take care of some of these.
So, you know,
that was another thing I wanted to say is that how are no one else in these videos are getting charged with anything. It's fucking amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
They assaulted Rittenhouse, hit him in the head with a skate. Well, that guy's dead. But then the guy that lived that got his bicep blown up, he's not getting charged with anything.
Yeah, and he was in unlawful possession and concealing.
Not only that, he was about attempting to
he was, yeah,
somebody.
And he was even on the stand. I mean, this was such a huge moment in the cases when
Did you see that?
it was amazing. It was so amazing. Like the defense was asking, you know, Grosskreutz, whatever his fucking name is, weird ass last name. He, you know, like, we should just find the video. We should just find the video of Grosskreutz.
The best is the picture of the prosecutor.
Yes.
Like a guy like this.
Yeah. He's like, oh.
This is so greedy. It's like beautiful camera work. Dude, so anyway, leading up to this also, while Rittenhouse is running away from the mob, he's yelling, friendly, friendly, friendly.
Yeah.
Yo, and then did you see that fucking motherfucker. He went on CNN and took
Yes,
back what he said
took
on
it
the
back.
stand.
Yes. Yes, he did. Yes, because what he said on the stand was completely different. And so the video before he was kicked in the head showed his bias. The video before he kicked in the head, wait a second, Mystique is the judge hasn't allowed. So that's what they haven't allowed, Penny? That's what you're upset about? I haven't been tainted by the news. I hope justice happens, whatever that means. Yeah, me too. We said Grosskreutz admits that on the stand. What should I Google? I want to get that on stand.
You know how hard it is to find anything that's not in the mainstream no more?
I know. I'm on Google.
Yo, but to fit narrative, you can't find it on anything, dude. You know what? When I was trying to look shit up on YouTube last night, you know how it usually like pops up shit? It wasn't popping up anything for anything I was looking for.
What do I think should happen? I think that personally, from looking at the videos, looking and watching the trial, I've been watching some live feeds of it, watching highlights. I think that he should, and especially today, if they're dropping the gun charges, illegal possession, and the curfew charge, I think that he was defending himself. It was very clear. The guy, the one dude that was chasing him was a child sex offender. He had mental issues. He was threatening his life. Someone with a skateboard hit him in the back of the head and then tried to go and get him again. You know, like that guy who the child molester was trying to grab the gun from him. And, you know, like someone's trying to grab a gun from you, telling you you're going to kill you. That means that they're going to take that gun from you and shoot you in the fucking face. So, yeah, he shot that motherfucker.
Threatened him already. He had threatened Kyle Rittenhouse already to kill him. If he got him alone, he's going to kill him.
Here we go. Key witness admits he pointed the gun.
Yes.
So here it is. So key witness admits he pointed the gun at Rittenhouse before he was shot. Look, just get to
this.
This
Testimony goes, the prosecutor did it perfect. Here it is right here.
Oh, I can't wait. This is so fucking...
Oh, it's great.
It's so great.
When this happened, I was watching it live, and I was like...
Take your own gun and shoot the defendant first.
Like I said, that's not the kind of person that I am.
An intense and emotional day at the Kyle Rittenhouse trial as one of the protesters who was shot and injured takes the witness.
There he is right here.
Good evening, I'm Jessup Reisbeck.
Come on. Grosskreutz survived the shooting during a Jacob-less protest in Kenosha, but two other protesters died that August night.
Kyle Rittenhouse is on trial for
the Kristen Barbarisi.
Shut up, Kristen.
Live streaming a couple blocks away.
Hey, what are you doing? You shot somebody?
So here's the...
Grosskreutz told the jury a few seconds later he realized Rittenhouse was the shooter and followed him. Grosskreutz had a gun in his waistband but did not have a valid concealed carry permit.
Did there come a time when you were running that you did pull your gun out?
Yes.
Why?
Again, in the moment, I thought that the defendant was an active shooter.
This video shows Rittenhouse on the ground. Grosskreutz is approaching when Rittenhouse shoots Anthony Huber. Grosskreutz testified he stopped, put his hands up, and was never going to shoot Rittenhouse.
I do know, though, I was never trying to kill the defendant. That
but...
Never something that
show the other part, assholes.
But on cross-examination, the defense went after Grosskreutz, pointing out that the lawsuit he filed and his statement to police do not mention he had a gun when he got shot.
Look at that point.
Your testimony today and how this case turns out has an impact on your ability to try to collect your $10 million, right?
That is correct.
The defense contends Grosskreutz pointed his loaded gun at Rittenhouse.
Hands are up, and at that point, he has not fired at you, correct?
No, he has not.
It wasn't until you pointed your gun at him, advanced on him, with your gun, now your hands down, pointed at him, that he fired, right?
Correct.
Grosskreutz also testified that he came here to Kenosha as a medic, not to demonstrate, and he denied that he is a member of the political group, the People's Revolution. But on cross-examination, the defense played a clip of Grosskreutz's live stream, and you hear him yell at Rittenhouse, "Go home, you expletive stooge." Grosskreutz also then admitted that he has attended a People's Revolution rally, he has spoken at one of those rallies, and he has used the phrase, "Long live the revolution." Live in Kenosha, Kristen Barbarisi.
By the way, Grosskreutz is not even a fucking medic. He's not even a licensed medic.
No, you
anymore.
mean Rittenhouse.
No. I'm talking about Grosskreutz is not a medic because he said he was there because he was a medic. He's not even a licensed medic anymore. Yeah. I think he has a gun charge on him. A big part of what
it's amazing, dude. Rittenhouse is gonna be fucking. Who's that kid? Who's the kid? The kid that won all the money from CNN? Sandstrom or
I can't remember.
Remember the kid that got they trashed him for fucking smiling?
Oh yeah, the MAGA hats, and it was all out of context because the dude was in his face and being creepy.
Yeah, well, remember, and they fucking what is defamation of character or whatever?
Yeah, that was terrible.
It's gonna happen on Rittenhouse, dude. Rittenhouse is gonna be able to sue Biden. See it, Biden just ripped Rittenhouse, CNN, all that shit. They're gonna get him for defamation of character, all that stuff.
Let's go through this chat here and make sure that we didn't miss. I've been tainted by the news. I hope. Oh yeah. I haven't been following, but why was he there? So he was there to protect his community, and he was actually
car source.
Yeah, car source, which because Kenosha was being burned down by protesters and rioters, and he went to help protect the thing. He was going to put out fires, and he was asked by this company. And the cops were also handing out bottles of water to these guys who were armed, standing guard. So the cops they knew about these guys, and they were aware, and they were allowing it to happen. And it was probably because they were getting defunded and fucking and the city was on fire. They were just like, any help? Please help! There's a bunch of crazy white kids burning shit down. Let me see here. A big part of what I meant was his statement before he shot and filmed white supremacist associations after my city burned. I see each case individually. I see. And filmed white supremacist associations after. A big part of what I meant was his statements before he shot and filmed white supremacist associations after my city burned. I see each case. I should use punctuation. I know better. I'm still not sure what you're talking about with the filmed white supremacists. I know that there was like a right-leaning journalist who was there who filmed a lot of what was happening, and he was cross-examined too. What's the problem with taking out your gun if someone is coming at you with a rifle?
He wasn't coming at him with a rifle. He was on the ground. The other guy with the gun, the handgun, was coming at the guy with the rifle.
Yeah. And dude, they were chasing him.
When a guy is running away, why are you chasing him? He has a fucking gun.
A medic on a skateboard. What a millennial society. I don't think he was on the skateboard. It was the other guy who was on the skate. Because a guy on a skateboard came and hit him in the back of the head, and then he was coming to hit him again.
After Kyle Rittenhouse falls on the ground, the guy on the skateboard comes up and hits him twice.
Carter, I agree. They should have did what they were meant to do and enforced the fucking law. Like, that's what they should have fucking did. They should have fucking tear gassed everyone, fucking arrested all those fucking idiots for burning down Kenosha, Wisconsin. And Penny, your shit was burned down too. Like, all these cities are getting fucking burned down by fucking babies.
Kenosha was burnt over that motherfucker that ran from the cops and grabbed for a knife, so they shot his ass.
Oh, that's what was going on, huh?
Yeah, dude, the fucking Jacob Blake case.
That was the whole thing.
That motherfucker was reaching for a knife. What the fuck? That's why you haven't heard nothing about that shit no more.
Yeah. I mean, it was all about police brutality. And like, here's the thing. Like,
the only police brutality one that really kind of panned out was Floyd.
Yeah, and that was awful. That was fucking.
That was awful.
I don't.
Saying, though, but all the rest of them that came after that were all fucking justified.
I'm not going to go ahead and say a blanket statement like that. I think case by case is what we got to look at it by. But what sucks is that the media all of a sudden is just like, well, fuck the cops because the whole every cop is a terrible piece of shit. And it's like, fuck, dude. Like, it's like, man, I have family members that are cops. I have family members that are in the service. It's like, I respect what they do, man. I'm not going to go out there and do this shit. And you know what? Those fucking little soy boys who are out there fucking burning down fucking, they're these poor fucking neighborhoods. Fuck them. Like, fuck them in the face. Like, I can't fucking stand it.
The funny thing is like, they're always like, fuck the cop, this and that. And it's the poor. And I mean, we know we hear this. It's the poor communities.
Yeah, it's always the poor communities that are getting burnt down.
Rich communities don't need cops.
Yeah, they hire their own.
Their neighborhoods get robbed all the time.
They fucking
there ain't no cops around.
But here's the thing that these elites in these fucking
rich neighborhood, drunk as fuck, drinking and shit, never see a cop.
Well, you know what's funny is about these elites in like San Francisco where they have these spikes in crime. Let's defund the police for the poor people, for the regulars, but then they have their own fucking private security in their gated communities. So yeah, and then they're saying that they're left and we're the tolerant left, but don't you fucking bring your dirty ass crime into our neighborhood or else we're gonna fucking shut this down. It's fucking bullshit. Like people are floating under the guise of social equality to pass through some bullshit to carry on the same elite bullshit they were doing.
Democrats have always been the same, bro. The left they've always been the same. They just know they just stop making just black people slaves. They make everybody slaves.
Yeah. Let me see. Offbeat that goes to every cops episode. Why'd you run? You were chasing me. Why exactly? Why were you running? Because motherfuckers were chasing me, saying they're gonna kill me. Case by case, yes, but most of these cases were in the wrong. I don't know. Like I know there was a wrong case, and I am the first one to say that I do think that the fucking law enforcement needs a rehaul. There's definitely some fucked up shit going in there. But does that make every cop a murderer? Does that make most cops fucking murderers? I don't think most cops are fucking lining up a bunch of people of color and fucking shooting them in the face. Okay, that's not what's going on. Is there some fucked up problems?
Shot by cops than anybody.
Yeah.
There's more white criminals. There's more white fucking people.
So, and it's sad too because there is. I don't even want to go there right now. The point is that fucking law enforcement does need something. I for one, I think we should be paying them much more than what they get.
With body cams now, if you hit a cop or come at a cop, I think they should be able to fucking lay you out.
Absolutely. If you're coming at a cop in a
they can't.
Where?
They can't.
Wait, they can't defend themselves anymore?
They can't punch you and shit. They can't just fucking start wailing on you.
If you're coming at them, they can. I mean, that's how it works.
Well, they can't. That's why they're using like tasers and getting beaten up and shot and all that shit. You ever see fucking cops just whipping the shit out of somebody anymore?
No, but you're right. They mostly use fucking their tools. But still,
they don't got like belly clubs anymore or anything like that. I say give them that shit back, yo. Fuck with the cop when you're doing something wrong with body.
Honestly, I just think
body cam footage.
I think that they need to be trained better. I mean, when you see these when you see these fat ass sloppy ass cops out there who can't even take down one person, like I saw this fucking case in Arizona where these two fat sloppy fucking cops couldn't take down this small little white kid, and then the fucking white kid ends up taking one of their guns and shooting one of them. What the fuck? That's who's out there on the streets? It's the lowest common denominator that's being attracted to this job now. Who wants to be a fucking cop now? Who wants to go make $50,000 a year just to be hated by the fucking public? Who wants $50,000 a year to go push around some fucking people in the public? Who wants $50,000 to go get revenge on all those bullies who bullied you in high school?
Cops, dude. Remember, kids want to be cops, dude.
No fetch.
That was like a desired job. Being a police officer was a desired job at one point.
We can't pay them a lot without more taxes. Well, instead of fucking allocating our tax money to nonsense, to fucking overseas fucking wars that we don't need to be a part of, then we need to be taking our taxes and paying cops more than.
Listen, cops get hired for 50, 60K a year, right? Cops actually make about 80 to 120K a year. with overtime and all the extra shit they can do and all the extra shit that they do. Like when you see like on the freeway, when you see them doing construction and there's a cop car at the end right there with the lights on closing a ramp, right?
Mm-hmm.
That cop, there's a cop in that car and he's getting paid overtime because he cannot do that while they're working. That is an off-shift officer sitting in his cop car closing that ramp.
Yeah.
So they do all kinds of shit like that. They work events like
they moonlight
and shit like that.
Right, but
that's not even moonlighting. No, that's not moonlighting. They go as officers and they get paid overtime.
Well, I mean, that's great, but wouldn't it be great if they could fucking be paid a decent amount without having to worry about going and worry about overtime to make ends meet?
I wouldn't say it's really overtime, but it's overtime.
Right, I mean, they're doing more time than they need to be doing.
I guess.
No, I agree with you. It's overtime. I'm just saying. Look, I'm just saying that. I just think that if we had better trained cops and we had higher standards for cops and we reallocated shit, like I get it that it takes money, but we always find money for fucking, building new monuments and shit.
First, we need to stop giving raises to politicians.
Yes. Let's cut some fucking pay from these politicians.
Well, here's the thing too is how do we not get to vote on their raises, but they get to vote when they get raises?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what kind of ass backward shit is that? And then especially like our mayors and shit like that, they vote for their own raises. Like,
it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Anecdotal. A friend made it to an internship in a large city. She didn't make it because she refused to instigate a traffic stop into an altercation. Ooh. Yeah. Well, see, I mean, that's... I don't know. Like that's the thing. Like better.
Stop it. That's some ignorance shit right there.
You think it's ignorant? She didn't make it because she. If that's what they did.
A cop wanted to have an altercation that they didn't get her in the internship because she decided not to start a fight.
It might be
a traffic stop.
You don't know. Okay. All right.
Hey,
well,
go start a fight at this traffic stop.
Well, I gotta go. Reina has to teach students. So let's start wrapping up here. As a country, how about we just stop being entitled assholes? Our culture is a big part of the problem.
Hey, because we are entitled assholes. That's why.
Well, we fuck. Listen. Fucking,
we are the best.
Cartagena.
Hey, nobody. When everybody closed down, all the world closed down. People weren't mad that fucking England closed down, Spain closed down. Fucking when everything opened back up. Fucking people started flooding back to America. People are fucking running to this place. We should feel entitled. We are living the best, the most beautiful country in the world. People where they let us do whatever the fuck we want. And if we don't take it back, we don't fucking tell these motherfuckers to stop doing this shit, it's gonna turn into a fucking communist country where we're being fucking censored and everything.
I mean, we already are. We're already seeing regimes.
It's going that way. But
we're
that's
already
why we need to stand up now.
The signs, man. We're already seeing the signs.
I hate to say it. We need more people like Donald Trump. We need more leaders like that. Maybe better rhetoric, but with that mentality.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, man. I was gonna say that instead of fucking Trump, maybe they should get DeSantis, man. Like, or pick from one of these fucking governors that actually did something.
Hey, he's not going to be the 2024 guy. It's going to be DeSantis or something. If Trump runs, it's going to be DeSantis as his VP. But I don't think Trump's going to run.
I hope he doesn't.
Don't quote me on that. But
I hope he doesn't.
I don't think Trump's going to run.
Listen,
I think it's going to be DeSantis or what's his name, the other dude
from Texas. Look. When you look at fucking what happened, when you look around what happened last year and you look to the leaders who really showed what leadership is, that's who we need to be picking from. Not these fucking losers who are just fucking going along with whatever they were told. Fucking Florida. Oh my God. I fucking fuck yeah, Florida. Go Texas. Go fucking go Ohio. I've been going to the gym without a fucking mask on since fucking February. I don't care. You can sit there and think whatever you want about me. I don't give a shit. Because fucking I've been living free. And guess what? My state hasn't done any worse or better than any other state. So go eat a dick. I'm doing just fine with my freedoms. Trump almost took over. What do you want a totalitarian country? Is that what you want?
A totalitarian country?
United Trump Commies of America? Shut up.
Trump went for less government. Dude,
I knew that was going to set you up.
Yo, these fucking idiots, man.
Did we just become a communist
Hold on,
state?
let's listen to this real quick.
We're in the beginning stages of a
Listen
communistic state, and it's going to take about 10 years before we actually get to starvation. But let's go through some of the checklist of the beginning stages. A police state targeting journalists? Check. A police state targeting political opponents? Check. People of influence and power using the police state for whatever they want? Check. Banana Republic style voting? Oh yes, check. Extreme spending to the point of no return? Definitely a check. Mandates and laws for safety and not individual freedom? Definitely a check. A police state targeting individuals who are doing nothing wrong instead of rioters? Definitely a check. Hyperinflation? Definitely a check. Government state giving free stuff instead of encouraging people to work? Check. Extreme censorship and book burning? Well, if you count the delete button as book burning, definitely a check.
There's actually been book
years.
burnings
too. Did we just become a communistic state?
Got 10 years. I mean, I think he paints a good picture.
And that's what the warning was with Trump, dude. It wasn't, I do wish it would have been somebody else, like with better rhetoric, but he came out and he wanted to put people first. He wanted to put America first, and he did it. And if you can argue all you want, but we can go through everything that he did, and it was putting our country before anybody else's.
I agree with you, Cartagena, because both sides have done these things. Both Republicans and fucking Democrats have both done these things. Absolutely. I'm not just saying the Democrats, because let me tell you, back in 2004, I was like, the fucking Bush administration, in which they're fucking war criminals. Fuck
Check
them.
This out. But what's happening now, it's the Democrats. So we have to take it for what it is. And just like we take it for what it is right now, Biden is our president. So let's not, Biden is our president.
Biden is our president. I mean, I think that's one idea. I don't think it's necessarily going to become that. Guess we'll see in 10 years. Climate change is going to impact everything.
Inflation's only going to go up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then go back down.
All right, guys, we got to get out of here. Fuck them all. I couldn't say it better, Cartagena. Fuck them all.
Fuck them all. Leela's for president. Offbeat for president.
Besides anything having to do with Facebook, how are you followed? Oh, here, I showed you, man. It's just that IG. All right, guys, we're not rating. Oh, yeah, let's hear this one more time because this is amazing, and then we'll take it. Let's hear from our sponsors of today's stream. I want to thank our special sponsors for today's stream.
Brought to you by Pfizer. Fuck you. Pay me.
Thank you. All right, guys. We'll see you on Friday with Nathan Hubbard. He's a San Diego drummer, and we'll be back to talking about music and stuff and, all the weird shit that we get into. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I love you. And we'll talk to you guys another time. So enjoy. Oh, God damn it. All right, hold on. Let me get to the end screen. I don't ever do this, and I need to start doing this.
All right, Mikey.
All right, guys.